That's okay.
Uh-oh.
You know, Dev and I are just talking about video game shit. They can hear us?
Oh.
Oh, okay.
Oh, they couldn't hear us before?
Well, I guess this is a little preview for
Now
the
they can hear
next week's
everybody.
episode.
Yeah, thanks Windows for
Okay.
that. Oh, I'm Windows, I'll do
You're
updates, and
welcome.
then I ruin
I
all
am
of your
Windows. You
options
are
in OBS,
welcome.
even though OBS has nothing to do with goddamn Windows.
So
We will
basically what
destroy
ended up
you.
happening is after we started co-streaming them, they all started going downhill. I think the last good E3 was probably 2015. That's when you had like the big Shenmue 3 announcement, you had the big like Final Fantasy 7 remake announcement. Everyone was going wild. It felt like gaming was like hitting a peak.
Yeah,
And then it was all
20.
downhill from there.
Well, I mean, 2016, I think, was the only time Bethesda had a good show. When, granted, I mean, Fallout 4 didn't exactly launch incredibly well, but at the same time, I think that their presentation was very, very good, and that they were like announcing it for the first time 6 months before release. They showed a ton of gameplay. They launched a tie-in product, and that was also when they announced Doom 2016 too. So like, I think that was a pretty good show, or maybe that was 2015. Was that 2015?
I don't recall.
Wait, did Fallout 4 come out in 2015 or 16?
Let me see.
Because I'm realizing, wait, Doom
Check
came
on
out
Fallout
in
4
March.
came out in 2015.
Okay, yeah, so yeah, 2015 is the one I was talking about then.
That was the year then. That was the big year. Yeah, because Bethesda had a good show 2015. Yeah.
And then they've had like anytime they ever had a conference since, it's been like, okay, we've got one game that's kind of done, and here's some stuff we're working on. Because I think the truth was they never should have really had their own conference. They didn't really ever have enough games to justify one.
So basically, what happened was like as everything went downhill, I kept like co-streaming them, hoping it would be fun again because like my girlfriend didn't know about E3 until we did it on stream, and I was like, listen, you have to understand, Naomi. If you go back like 10 or 15 years, there were some really good E3s, and like they've just been all shit.
I think because
But I mean,
the nature of game development now is that all of the big WoW piece games cost like $400 million and take 7 years to make. So it's like,
Yeah.
and that's the only things that usually would blow people away at E3s. Like, as much as I'd say that ultimately there's more lower budget, not necessarily indie games, but like A games to indie that end up impressing me than the vast majority of really impressive CGI trailers for AAA games that eventually come out and are disappointing. Not that there's never good AAA games, because I don't want to sound like one of those guys, but yeah, we've there's been a lot of chaff to sort. Well, I mean, there's people that are like, what would be the word for it? Hipster types that'll just be like, well, I never play AAA because they all suck. Well, you're not really being honest there, are you? Because I mean, there are like there are some good AAA games still coming out. It's just lots of them have been on lots of the franchises that have been regularly releasing games annually at least have just been on autopilot for like a decade now. And I think Battlefield's a great example of one that just kept getting worse and worse and worse until now nobody cares about it. Battlefield 1 was kind of a high point for them, and then everything after that they've been just losing market share.
I guess where I was going with all this, since we did start the conversation before the stream even started.
Yeah,
where I was going with all this basically is I've noticed that the main conferences that everyone used to look forward to have become just very bloated. You know,
Yeah.
like, oh, you're gonna tune into the Ubisoft conference. Oh, here's a bunch of nothing. It's like, oh, okay.
Do you want to see this
Ubisoft's the one that was
musician
always
do
doing
music?
that,
It's like, not really. Can I see the next trailer?
Ubisoft, I think because they're French, they'd always have some kind of live performance element, so that like there'd be a bunch of like Cirque du Soleil people coming out and doing shit every year.
But what I did notice though is maybe for the past 3 or 4 years now, there's that pre-show from one day before the main show starts up called the Guerrilla Collective. They actually do have like a fair number of interesting indie games. They're just like an indie focused show, right?
Games,
yeah, they're all indie games. Yeah, but what I mean though is like they've consistently like kind of trimmed the fat. And it's been no bullshit. It's like here's a bunch of game announcements, and they're all indie games, but they all like at least look like real games. Some of them you don't like because it's not your genre or whatever, but that's fine. The point is that they don't fill the conference with a bunch of nonsense where like a guy comes out and talks for 20 minutes about his game design philosophy, or they play music or Cirque du Soleil, like you said. The guy's just like, okay, here's a bunch of announcements, and they just go boom, 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 and there you go, and here's all the games. Like I kind of really appreciate that. And
Yeah.
there's been some really good looking indie games to come out of the Guerrilla Collective like the past 4 or 5 years now. So
Nice.
I mean, a bunch of the
surprisingly, even though
demos-
they came out of nowhere, they're like the best conference right now in terms of
a bunch of the demos I
yearly
played
game
over
show.
the weekend on their Steam page, they have like a Guerrilla Collective thing. So, like I said, this game was featured there. So even though I didn't watch it this year, I actually ended up playing a fair amount of the demos that were. But
Yeah, Next Fest
yeah.
is awesome.
yeah, Next Fest is good stuff, everybody. You can still play games for the rest of today. So maybe throw us on in the background and play some
I
video
think it's
game
tomorrow
demos.
for me. I think it's the 17th until like 7 p.m. for me or something.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought
People
it
in the
was
chat
on
are saying
Monday.
that we're very quiet.
I mean,
Are we all quiet?
Are we?
well,
I mean,
apparently
is
Discord
it
is
like-
doing weird things. It all sounds good to me, and we're almost in the red on my audio mixer. So I don't know. I upped you all a little bit already. I'm not sure.
Well,
about
I mean,
that.
I can increase my gain. Like, is that better for me?
Well, things you all sound fine to me. So I could
Oh, okay.
heighten things quite a bit.
Okay.
Well, I guess I'm asking the audience then, guys. Do I sound better now, or am I distorted? Am I sounding like a metal?
No,
singer?
you sound good. You sound good. That's not
Okay,
the
cool.
problemo. Because my own desktop audio is like a 10, so I could boost you all up more and then just go lower on my end. Still, sounds better. Fine. Sounds okay. 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 Canadian as usual. No.
Oh yeah.
Canadian as usual.
Yeah. Somehow I'm like collecting more and more Canadians in these streams. It's kind of
Fuck
fun.
yeah, bud.
The coalition no one knew existed in Germany and Canada. They're gonna take over the world.
It's like, look, we kicked your ass twice, back-to-back world wars. Now let's team up
Let's team
against
up.
the.
Well, there are apparently a lot of Nazis here.
Oh, perfect. We gotta get along splendidly. Oh man. But yeah, hello everybody. I guess I'm not dead. I know I haven't streamed like all week, which is unusual for me. But work was very busy, and then I had to. The one day I had time, I had to prep this forge for today, because I also overbooked myself on the weekend with friendos and stuff. So it wasn't all bad, but there was I just did not have time to do some extra streams. So there you go. There's my excuse for not being snowy this week. Obviously, I was still playing Wind Waker, which I quite enjoy.
Yay!
But
Actually, I was in an argument yesterday about whether or not Wind Waker is better than Ocarina of Time, and I'm on Team Wind Waker there.
it might be interesting to think about. I think I enjoy Ocarina of Time overall better, because I'm currently at the part where I just sail around getting all the charts and stuff, which is
Yeah,
not
that part
that
is a little
great.
on the grindy
It's pretty dull, I have to say. And I still need to find these fuckers with their instruments, and I have no idea where they are. I might actually just look it up because I'm getting annoyed. I've just been doing other things on the way.
Are you playing the HD version?
I think it's a GameCube version that I'm emulating, because that's the
Using
one
Dolphin?
I have. I think the
Dolphin or Simu?
Dolphin.
Yeah, okay, it's the GameCube one. It's the original.
Yeah, I think the HD version has a bit some.
And the HD
other
version is still
things?
30 FPS. I was so pissed.
That's
Like,
weird.
I was like, what the fuck? Why? You could have just made it look exactly like the GameCube game and be 60 FPS and it would have been better.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like, I honestly don't really notice much of it, especially running it in Dolphin. Granted, I mean, I'm sure I'd notice a HD TV running the Wii U version next to a CRT running Dolphin. Or not Dolphin, sorry, GameCube. But running it in Dolphin in HD, like, I think you've got more mod flexibility in the original because Dolphin's more flexible. And because there's no performance difference because they're both 30 FPS capped, it's like, well, I mean,
Apparently was stuck at 30 because the game engine goes insane if you try to go higher. Oh,
I
that's
mean,
cool.
yeah, that well, I mean, it does. It's not that it goes insane. It's that when you do crank up the frame rate to 60 FPS, the environmental puzzles are double speed.
Oh,
So
right.
basically, what you have to do because you can't play Wind Waker mostly 60 FPS. The thing is, every time you come across again, the one I always use because it's the first one where I noticed it was when you're climbing up the mountain to fight that first bird boss, and there's like lava, like fire that sprays out of the mountain in these little vents. those go
Yeah.
double the speed, and they're timed so that you can't make it if they're going double speed.
Oops.
So I had to
Yeah.
just save the game there, like just do a save state, take off the 60 FPS mod, reload the game, get past that part, and then throw it back on.
Gotcha.
But
Okay.
like, I mean, the thing is though, it's like that's why we can't hack a 60 FPS version, but Nintendo make one. like that's part of you remaking and then charging us more money, right? It's like you're gonna update it and make it play
No.
like more like we would
We're
want a
gonna-
modern
We
version
are
of
going
Wind
to
Waker.
throw the old emulation that's on the internet somewhere and just put it in
Yeah,
our
stock and then
subscription
charge you.
service. Actually, no. I think the N64 Ocarina version they had for a while was like the worst version that is out there on their emulation.
Well, it was actually running at 20 FPS. Like it was too close to the N64 version. It's like, yo, guys, you can crank it up to a clean 30 at least, right? I mean, that's not very hard to do.
So let me buy it. I don't want to
Yeah,
get
that's
your
those, though.
stupid subscription service. But it's funny because I think I still have the normal one because I played Mario Kart with friends online for a little bit, and then I forgot to delete it. And I always remember when they do the next charge.
Extra Girl and I have the family pass because she still plays, I think, Stardew Valley with some friends. So I have not used my Switch to play a multiplayer game in a very long time, but I
Same.
believe I still can. Whereas PlayStation, I don't even have their service at this point because I honestly the only reason I would have to is cloud saves because they don't have those stock, which is silly also.
Right.
But I mean, realistically, I think if I'm gonna sell my PS5, I'll just sign up to PlayStation Plus for a month. I'll play my cloud saves,
Oh,
upgrade to
gotcha,
whatever
yeah.
I'm gonna upgrade, and then re-download them. Which I mean, you still have all your games, right? But then you'd have to start your games over. Like, if
Yeah.
you-
Metal was
and
busy in a
it'll really
secret-
suck. You're like,
secret bunker
okay,
in
yeah, I'm
the
gonna play
Alps.
Bloodborne again, and maybe do another new game plus, and then realize that a character you've been working on for like 6 years at this point is gone.
Yeah,
I'd be very sad.
big sad.
You can also, I guess, you can do a hard drive backup too.
Yeah.
But actually, this episode's about Late Night with the Devil. Everybody,
No, not anymore.
yeah, we're Canadian.
You pretend
German
like we
gaming
never
podcast
do
now.
any tangents. You
It's
you
not
know
that.
how it is.
Well, I never pretend that we don't. It's just making sure that the audience is aware that we didn't forget the topic or switch them.
I don't even know why I'm here. Dude, it's kind of funny. It's like something I realized this weekend that I'm basically living like two lives, and that sounds more crazy than it actually is. Because I have like this thing I'm doing online that I do like after I'm done with my normal job. But last week was like basically all normal job stuff and talking to real life friends and stuff. So last night I was like in bed like, this is weird. I feel like something's missing. like,
You were spending too much time in the real world. You need to.
Like, I was
you need to
doing all
pop
the
back
things
into the
I-
Matrix every now and then.
I like used to just like do the work, the 9 to 5 stuff, and then I don't know, do a little chores and then chill a little bit and then go to bed. It's like, oh, that's actually kind of lame and boring.
I tried to mow my lawn yesterday, and then I realized that the outlet in my garage was apparently not outputting enough power to charge the lawnmower battery. So
Oh.
that's what I'm doing after the show.
But yeah, it's just kind of a fun thing I realized because also these two worlds like not often really cross over. I think like some of my friends have been on stream before when we played some party games and stuff, but that's about it. It's like this.
You mean like real life friends?
Yeah.
Yeah, same. Like I've had real life friends be on my gaming streams before, and there's always like a strange scenario whenever like something that is very clearly just like an online event or
Hmm.
drama or like online friendships or like just events that are online when they cross over. It's like I don't want to have to explain any of this.
But it's not like they're unaware of anything. Like they know their online culture and memeage and stuff, but they don't really do all the online things all the time.
Well, I guess cool guy
like we do.
Fonz and I used to do a podcast together, and he's like one of my IRL friends, and I think he's definitely played like Apex or something like that with like Geeks and Gamers people, just because we need more players. And I was like, hey, yeah, Fonz, come on.
Oh yeah, I mean,
But,
if it's like
but
gaming
yeah,
and
it
stuff,
doesn't
it's
cross over all that much.
it's
though.
fine, but like not like forges or anything or media discussion. I probably wouldn't invite them because they don't consume media like we do.
Although I guess both you and I have one of the people in our online communities that's like an IRL person to us.
Oh yeah,
You've got Mauler and I've got X-Ray Girl.
yeah. But me and Mauler don't live together, so.
Yeah, that's
Oh, have you met in real life though?
Oh, multiple times. I went there last 2 years. Then it didn't
that's
go
cool.
during the pandemic, but before. I've been there like 4 or 5 times now. It's like always like a 2-week event where we just get drunk every day and play video games and watch movies. It's great. Yeah, I mean, I've known him for fucking 10 years now. Again, it's just insane to me. Where's the time go?
yeah. I mean, you've known Mauler longer than I've known my wife.
Yeah.
Time to get married.
Time to get married.
Yeah. Forget what they'll say.
You do live together, don't lie, Moodle. Shut up.
Germany and Wales are actually the same place.
It's the same place. I'm locked in the basement again now. I'm sorry you had to go to Wales, Metal. I went there multiple times, actually. You know what? It was fine. It was fine. Oh, man. But yeah.
To be fair, from what I've heard, I haven't been to the UK in a very long time, but from what I've heard, basically, as long as you stay out of London, and so you're not getting like knife attacked, you're pretty much good. You know.
I've been to London twice.
I was in
really-
London last year. Like, it wasn't
mean,
that bad.
London and Birmingham, those are the ones.
If I wouldn't have a reason to go there, I don't even know why I would go there. I've been there, the sightseeing, like years ago. It's like, yeah, it's fine. Now it's do other things.
For the Nerdrotic London meetup, we were in London for like 5 days, I think,
Yeah.
and then we were at an Airbnb in some other place for 3 days
Right.
because that's where they were doing Friday Night Tights. Like because our hotel had like, I don't think it had any internet actually, not bad internet, no internet. So yeah, we did FNT they did FNT. I wasn't on the show. I was there though from the Airbnb.
You weren't allowed. You were sitting in the cuck chair.
The little cuck chair.
Well, I mean, I do that a lot. Like, I mean, not.
Oh
like
my- okay,
actually
listen,
being a
listen,
cuck, but,
listen.
Like, I mean, for like people being on streams that I'm not on in my house, like, I don't force my way onto every stream.
Mark, you're just gonna make it worse.
Yeah, I know. I realized that I said that, and it's definitely gonna get clipped. Though. I did not mean literally cucked, for the record. I meant that people like go on shows on like in my house or like in my vicinity because it's not the only time X-Ray Girl has done podcasts from like hotels we've been in. But yeah, no, I hang out.
And you just like sit off to the
Likewise,
side.
though,
and-
I mean, I did. Oh no, I tried to do EFAP TV from Dominican Republic, but my mic sounded like shit, so we just did 2 episodes of Halo the next week. Don't watch Halo, by the way. Just watch the EFAP TVs.
I got paid to watch it. I gotta watch it.
Yeah, I mean, that was a similar deal there. It's like- it's bad though. It's really bad.
It's bad.
hmm
Oh boy. But hey, we got Hot D coming out tomorrow.
Oh, yeah.
Depending on where you are, I guess. I think it comes out. It releases for me like sometime this night, so I'll watch it tomorrow. I'm excited. This should be good stuff. I'm happy we get some good things a little bit because I'm not watching The Acolyte. Fuck that show.
No, you didn't want to like bow into the EFAP on her or something.
Oh, before it came, I was like, Mauler, are you gonna make me watch The Acolyte? It's like, no, we good. We got enough people. It's like, okay, cool, thank you.
Yeah, like,
And then I tried just watching it on the side in case the people mention it, and I stopped 1.5 episodes, and it's like, this is fucking garbage. Like, I wasn't even watching it. I only had it on my second screen, was playing a game. It's like, this is annoying. I don't want to listen to this. And then I watched the EFAP coverage of episode 3. It's like, goddamn, what is even happening? Star Wars fans are not okay.
an invitation to EFAP TV is a double-edged sword.
So here's the thing, all right? The main reason that I'm actually very interested in the Acolyte is for a political YouTube reason.
Whoa.
And it's because
cringe.
Philosophy Tube's
Oh,
actually
God.
acting in it.
Yeah, I know that.
Yeah.
Is it?
Did you know that?
No.
You know who Philosophy Tube is?
Is that his name,
no.
or is that the name of the channel, or?
Her.
The name of the channel.
Technically, I suppose.
What
but
was a
also-
hit? Was
So
it his?
I guess
now or
that's a
her?
no from me. I don't know.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
I think the Philosophy Tube arc about him like just aping Contra is so funny to me though. Like,
There's a lot of deep lore on that.
yeah, I
There's a
know. Like
fucking
I
giant
dipped
bit
into a
of
little
deep
bit of it.
lore on
It
that.
was hilarious though.
So basically, Philosophy Tube is a very like far left, communist type person. 1.5 million subs, huge channel. Did a very public transition, very public transition. And has also there's like they took money from the British government to during the COVID era to like push back against COVID misinformation. So that's how like basically the quality of the channel massively bumped up in a short time is because well they're now government funded, and they now have a real acting career because Philosophy Tube is in Star Wars: The Acolyte and also in House of the Dragon.
Interesting.
Oh boy.
It is
Wait,
a
why
fucking
am I clipped and reported? What did I do?
You called Philosophy 2 a he.
Is it, I don't know. I don't even know if who the person was.
I'll tell you this, metal. If you know the lore, that is funnier because of the circumstances around this person's situation.
I guess I don't know. I have no idea who that is. So
well, what makes it really funny is that like this is a person who's now breaking into like mainstream Hollywood, and that's a problem. It's actually a pretty big problem because they have such a deep, dark past consisting of like abuse and legitimate skinwalking because they
real life scientifically possible skinwalking.
So this okay. If you want me to prove these claims, I can prove it to you, but it'll be like an autistic deep dive. It'll take like an hour, I think. But like here's yeah, let's not do that. Here's the 30-second version of the story. Okay.
All right.
This person, before they transitioned, they were dating ContraPoints, who is a very high-profile trans creator on YouTube.
I heard that.
And after the relationship went south, they transitioned to look exactly like ContraPoints, and then began to basically
ape the video style.
Yeah, stole ContraPoints' videos, ContraPoints' style, just stole their entire career basically. So after they broke up, he just turned into her.
Okay, that sounds.
Yeah, it's like ultra fucked up. That's what I mean. Like it's so wild. It's hard to look away.
It's like this person is so insane. And now they're actually moving into the mainstream. It's like, listen, this is a house of cards. It's gonna collapse. Someone's gonna come out. Someone's gonna say something, and it's all gonna fucking fall apart. It's gonna be hilarious.
Philosophy Tube Oscar nomination when? I can't wait.
Oh my god!
I wasn't ready for a lore dump like this after 1 week not streaming. This is insane. Well, I guess I can. That's another childhood memory gone for that information.
You know what movie has some good acting in it?
Oh, is it? I just had a stroke. Late Night with the Devil. That's the name.
That was a good.
See, for a second, I did forget what we were talking about.
Oh, we have a German here. How do you pronounce the actor's name? Because I have no idea.
Let me see. What's Late Night with the Devil, IMDb.
Polka Dot Man's very good in the movie, though. Everybody, like, if you've seen the Suicide Squad, the dude who plays Polka Dot Man, he's also the crazy guy that gets arrested when Commissioner Gordon gets shot in The Dark Knight.
Is that supposed to be a German name?
I believe so. Isn't it like a Das that it starts with?
Dust Malchian, but I don't think that's like a German name.
Oh, I don't know. I kind of figured it was. Okay, maybe I'm the racist.
Wow. How dare you? I mean, he's from... Where is he from? He's from Pennsylvania.
Look, I am doing my best to dilute the whites. I've married an Asian.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Good job.
Good
job.
Yeah.
Good job.
You're gonna be the downfall of the white race.
Yeah.
We're doing it.
It's all because of me.
Polka Dot Man has been doing a bunch of shit lately. Apparently. But yeah, Late Night with the Devil. That's that was a nice surprise that actually Mark recommended to watch.
Yeah.
Because right now there's nothing really crazy going on, like in terms of big stuff in the cinemas or anything. So that's when we like to just go dabbling in some random movies we found and check out. And recently it's been Mark recommending or saying things that I haven't seen in a while or never seen, like classics, like History of Violence, which was very good. So now we did this
for
one.
me, it was actually a friend just said, yeah, you should watch Late Night with the Devil. Don't look anything up about it. Just watch it. And then I was in bed. I was on my Apple TV, and I tried to see what I could buy it for $20, or I could start a free trial for Shudder. So I watched
Right.
it for free, and honestly, I'm considering getting a physical copy now because it's really good.
Oh, I'm definitely gonna. They have like a 4K Ultra HD version even. I'm gonna get that probably
Nice.
like next month or something. Well,
I wonder. I
like
actually
with the
wonder how
next,
this movie would look in 4K because it's got kind of a
it has like a
analog vibe
distinct
to it.
style for sure.
Yeah,
But yeah,
like
funny.
most
It's
of
kind of funny you
because
did.
yeah, well, I guess we got to talk about the format before that really makes any sense.
Oh
Though.
yeah, for sure.
It's
We
kind
will.
of a
Well,
found footage movie, I guess, but
hold on
not
just a second.
really, not
So
totally.
Yeah.
because I watched it a few months ago. So
Right.
this is I don't know if you guys just watched it, but I
We
watched it
did.
a few
I
months
watched
ago,
it
so
twice
maybe
this
it'll
week.
be a bit.
I watched a couple of days
Okay,
ago.
yeah. Okay, yeah, it might be a bit fuzzy for me, but I watched it a few months ago. Saw it in theaters. Good time. Really enjoyed it. Um, haven't been able to do it recently just due to work and like a bunch of things happening all at once right now. But for a while, Naomi and I basically went to the theater once a week on Tuesdays. Just because it was the cheap day, right? Like we're talking like $4 tickets. So it's like,
Yeah.
fuck it,
Oh
let's
god,
go.
that sounds awesome. Why don't they do this here?
Yeah.
Oh, they don't.
No.
I
Okay,
thought
so
$2
I
the
think the
funniest thing
cheapest,
is,
I think
is
the
Or
like,
cheapest
not,
ticket
like, it's
I
not
bought
$2
recently is
anymore. It
like
used to be $2.
16 euros or something.
Yeah, when
Oh,
we were in
damn,
elementary
Jesus.
school, it was $2 at like the movie theater at the mall. So like after school, we'd often like go to a movie for $2. Like later in elementary
Yeah.
school.
To
like,
be
grade
fair,
eight.
the closest one to me is not like a small cinema, it's like a chain, so I could probably get it cheaper if I wanted to. I don't know.
yeah. So
Anyway, go ahead.
the big cinema in the city I live in is like a 12 theater Cineplex, and like first of all, movie we all know. God damn
Oh
it.
no, he's dying.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, he is
So,
in Mountain
sorry.
Town. Or like rock.
It's another sandstorm.
Like the sandstorm joke, guys, is because on my vlog on my side channel about this movie, we were recording in the car after having seen it at the theater, and there was a giant sandstorm blowing through the parking lot. It was actually quite big. It was surprisingly big. Um, and also very weird for Canada. You don't get sandstorms here, but we had one that day, so that's how it was.
Yeah.
But anyway, basically, we all know that like theaters are going downhill. Like no one's going to theater anymore. COVID kind of killed them, but also people just like having things on demand, watching at their house,
Yeah.
having like not having to sit beside some fat fuck who's like eating a whole pizza, 2 chairs down from you.
That's by
So,
the
like,
way,
you just-
that's so funny to me because that's not really a thing in German cinemas. You can get your popcorn and your snacks, but you can't get like a pizza or anything. Like I don't think there's any cinemas that do that kind of thing where you can get like a full meal to eat. You can get like your
So-
your
Oh
tortilla
yeah,
chips
no,
and stuff,
like
but that's
you
about
can
it.
you can get them at a lot of theaters here. Like
Yeah.
they're-
When I was a kid,
they're
it was like that.
licensed too. Like most theaters can sell booze.
Yo.
So when I
Although
was a
in
kid,
Germany, is that not the case? I can get a beer at a McDonald's. In
Oh, we
Germany.
can get
Can't get it at the movies.
well, we can get beer in the movies. No, there's like
Oh,
you
okay.
can get beers. Yeah. I'm just talking about like full foods. Like there's like a Subway in my one where you can get like some subs, but I've never seen anyone take one into the cinema.
Oh well, I mean, if
bring
you
a
go to
whole
the-
ass fucking.
there's
Like,
But
there's
long?
some
Yeah.
Cineplex VIP cinemas in Canada where like you have service, like you sit down and you've got like a little table at like your easy chair like seat, and before the movie starts, they'll come and like take your orders, and then you can like
Mhm.
order full blown food. But it's
That's
more
fucking
expensive, though, so
crazy.
it's like
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
an extra 20. It's $20 for the ticket instead of like 14 or something like that.
Yeah.
And then like obviously the food isn't like super cheap or anything like that. Although it's not insane. Like it's enough that like if you're sharing things, you can get like a flatbread pizza and like some nachos or something, and then a couple beers. And...
Yeah, so it's a Cineplex here as well. It's a 12. It is a 12 theater Cineplex, and yeah. So when I was a kid, you could get, you can get hot dogs, popcorn, and nachos, and that's all you could get at a theater. That was it. That was your food options. Now you can get whole pizzas. You can get you can get pretty much anything at a theater. It's like Jesus Christ, this is getting out of hand. And I do recall going to a theater in 2018 or 2019, and just it was a decently packed theater, and everyone was just eating full meals, and I'm like, this is fucking disgusting. I don't ever want to come back here again. But after
Well, yeah,
COVID,
like-
COVID killed all the theaters, right? So
Eating
now,
eating
like,
meals
I'll
that
go.
in just a normal seat though would be kind of strange. Like,
Well,
so
they
you're
do.
talking about
They fucking do.
man. I feel like I don't see that very often. Although the only time I ever go to Toronto to watch movies is when we want to see something in IMAX.
So at the theater that's closest to my house. There's like there's the AVX seats, and then there's the cheap seats, right? And on the cheap day, on Tuesday, it's $4 for the cheap seats and $7 for the AVX seats. It's usually like 15 and 20 on every other day. So Tuesday is always the day that I go because fuck it. But here's the thing: I think the theaters are just dead because even on cheap day, we'll go in for a movie and there's like 5 people in there,
Yeah.
and I'm like, how do you guys keep running?
Same deal
you know?
over here.
Yeah, like
it's
what the fuck?
I've
Dev's
noticed that
about
too,
5
for sure.
hours north of X-Ray Girl and I. So like we're both in the same province, but we're in very different cities.
Yeah, I think the
Yep,
last
but
movie
it's-
that was like a little packed was probably Dune, I think. But even that one wasn't like full. I don't know when I've last gone to the
Oh,
cinema.
actually,
and
yeah,
went to the
one of the
cinema and
times
actually
uh,
had like a full cinema. I don't know when I experienced that last.
I saw Dune 3 times, all in different IMAX theaters, like the 3 ones at Toronto with different people, and one of them was jam packed, like to the point that there was no seats. I think it was like a Friday night. So
You know what? To be fair, when we saw let me see here. When we saw Oppenheimer, it was pretty full. When we saw Barbie, it was pretty full.
I still haven't
So
seen
you know,
either of those.
yeah, Oppenheimer
movies,
was pretty
actually.
packed too. You're right. Like again, it's the big event movies in IMAX that get full because there's not that many IMAX theaters. Like even Toronto, which is a huge city, there's the one in Vaughan, like that looks like a UFO that used to be called Colossus. There's the one at Yonge and Dundas, which is basically Toronto's Times Square, and that's kind of a shitty IMAX. It's not like a real one. It's like digital IMAX or something like that. Like
to be honest, downtown Toronto is just shitty at this point.
Yeah,
whole
but
thing.
well, I mean, the Scotiabank Theater though, which I think used to, I don't know, it's the one that John in Richmond that has like a proper IMAX. So does the one that looks like a UFO.
Right. Yeah. So I'm just looking over my vlogs here because we saw They Live, which is an old movie because our theater occasionally plays
great
old
movie.
movies. We saw
Tom
They
Cruise.
Live. We go in and it's just us. We had the entire theater to ourselves. I'm like, oh, this is nice, I guess.
Yeah.
No one's coming to see this fucking movie.
I guess I have to be
Do
a
they
little
even-
bit fair and
Okay, here.
go ahead.
Do they play the movie if no one buys a ticket for it?
I believe so, yes.
I guess so, because you can still go in
Because
when it runs,
you
I
could still
guess.
go in like 10 minutes in, half an hour in. Like
thing
maybe
is
they
then-
might stop it at a certain point, but I think because you can buy a ticket up till I think when the movie's like half done, then it has to be running for the people who might be showing up late.
Yeah, I guess.
Because it's probably
That's just
probably
like
worth,
sad, isn't it? Like
it's probably worth
if you think about it.
switching that
It's a waste
off
of power,
just
yeah.
for power consumption. Because probably
Yeah, but also, like,
probably a lot.
I'm just picturing like a picture on one of those liminal moment or like liminal space accounts where it's just like an empty theater with a movie playing and no one's there and it's just quiet and all you hear is like the clicking of the film, you know? It's like, oh
Yeah, well, I mean, I think most of them are digital projectors now, anyways. So, like, I mean, I guess if all the projectors are on in the room, most of the actual power consumption is happening in one room, like firing out to the different screens, like the actual projecting room. Whereas inside the theater during the movie, it's actually consuming less power because the lights are off, right?
Right.
Yep.
I need to check
So anyway.
the seating arrangements next time a big movie comes out, because to be fair, I go to like specific screenings that are later in the in the evenings because I'm trying to get the English versions, of course, because I don't want to watch the German dubs or whatever. It's cringe. So it's normally like under the week anyway for me, and then like at like 7-8 p.m. my time when no one actually goes to the cinema under the week. And then it's also the original version with like the original sounds or voices.
English.
So it's yeah, I don't know. It's always a bit more empty for me anyway. But even like but normally even then, like for like a couple of years ago when there was like bigger movies, it's still a good amount of people there. But it's been empty a lot for sure. Yeah.
So, when I finally decided, basically, when I had, a few, like I said, things are going on now, so we haven't done it in a while. But like a few months ago, we were going consistently every Tuesday just to, get out of the house and have like a date night and
Yeah, sure.
see movies cheaply, and also turn them into vlogs for my side channel because we sit out in the car for like an hour afterwards and talk about with the movie. So we saw this movie, Late Night with the Devil, on a whim. Basically, I had no idea what it was. I was just like, you know what? Let's just see this, and so we saw it.
No.
Holy shit,
And-
lucky pick.
I was pleasantly surprised at what we saw because I had no idea what it was about. Because here's the thing, I always like the retro style when they go back and do like a 70s period, like a 70s or a 50s period piece. This was 70s, but I enjoy that. I enjoy how just that when it comes to 70s stuff, I enjoy just how everything is like brown and beige and like smoke tinged because everyone's smoking inside and they're all wearing like bottoms and they have like ridiculous hair. It's just a fun style. I enjoy it, you know?
Yeah, for sure.
I think actually what's funny about that is the guy who asks if he could smoke doesn't actually smoke. Like really, he lights it up and then kind of disappears.
I think he has it in his mouth like once.
Yeah, I think it was just the trick of lighting it. It was that.
Yeah, but yeah, definitely. I think we all were pleasantly surprised. To be fair, I had pretty high hopes when you recommended it to me, and then even Mahler was like, "Yeah, it's pretty good." It's like, okay, I think this is gonna be solid. But yeah, I think this movie is very good, basically.
Yeah.
And we're just gonna go through it here now because it's fun. So go watch it. That's the first thing. Definitely go watch it. Check it out. It's very much worth your time. And it's not a lot of time because this is, thank you, a movie that's 90 minutes. It's 90 minutes. It's like a normal length movie to me.
Tells a full story and it's wonderful.
The pacing is really good. I'm just so happy every time someone recommends a movie and I look at the time, it's like, oh my god, it's 1.5 hours. Thank you. Thank you.
You know what? I have a feeling that with the younger generation not having the attention span for anything, shorter movies are coming back.
That's actually a good point, yeah. That's a good point.
You keep seeing Zoomers who are like, oh yeah, I saw that movie. I watched it in about, 1,500 30-second clips on TikTok. It's like, oh. Okay. Did you watch the movie though?
No, it's too long.
No, I recall like at one point speaking to some Zoomers and I was like, yeah, did you see like I know it's an old movie for you guys, but like go back in the day, did you see The Dark Knight? And it's like, oh yeah, I saw it. I saw the clips. I'm like, what do you mean the clips? It's like, oh, I just saw like a bunch of the clips of the main moments on like YouTube Shorts. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? Sit down and watch the movie.
Yeah, watching movies is awesome, especially good ones. I finally rewatched after like 10 years all of Lord of the Rings in a weekend, and I almost cried when I thought about what happened to movies. So,
yeah.
Like I watched 12 hours of movies. Like I want more of this. I want more of this. Which is funny to think because I watch like a 2-hour movie these days. Like, oh, thank fuck that's over.
Well, listen. If you want like 12 hours of Lord of the Rings, there's always Rings of Power. Go for it.
I think the better bet is I heard that there's a 4-hour cut of the Hobbit movies, all of the Hobbit movies, as one 4-hour movie that is actually pretty good.
Yeah,
I've not seen
honestly,
it yet,
I've noticed that a
I'm
lot
very
of
curious about that.
I think a lot of modern filmmakers think that like epic just means long, so they just stuff it full of nonsense.
Yeah,
that's what happened to Hobbit movies.
Well, I mean, I think one of the best examples to show someone in like a small format to see that in action is the last episode of Game of Thrones. That's an episode where so many people wanted so much information, and it's a very long episode, but so much of it is people just walking around silently, looking at each other, sitting around a table, and you're like, okay, come on, like what is this doing for us though?
I saw someone recut the Obi-Wan TV show into one 2-hour movie. Cut out all that nonsense at that underwater base, cut out a bunch of other nonsense, and like it actually worked pretty well, to be honest. Aside from the giant gaping blot hole of the fact that Obi-Wan should not have encountered Vader at all.
Yeah, I feel like Obi-Wan's got enough problems that I'd be skeptical about that. I'd have to watch it before I could really agree with that being possible. Whereas The Hobbit, I could see it working.
Yeah.
Like
so
I feel like there was one good movie in the 12 hours of Hobbit that we got.
If you ignore the fact that Obi-Wan should not be encountering Vader at all during that 15-year whatever period in between episodes 3 and 4, if you ignore that, which is a big thing to ignore, but if you ignore that, everything they cut out made sense.
Well, I mean, did they cut out all of Leia?
Not all of it, but a lot of Leia.
I mean, like that's the thing, because I think Obi-Wan leaving Tatooine for even a moment is already like the lore's broken. He wouldn't. He would be, his priority is saving Luke. Leia has people that are watching after her. Luke was alone the entire time the Obi-Wan show was happening. And like, not only that, I mean, they knew where he was. They knew the planet he was on. So why the hell would there be any reason that Obi-Wan would think that if he leaves right now, Luke is at home at the Lars Moisture Farm safe? I just don't buy it. I'm like, no, he would not take his eyes off that kid. The one moment he gets in mortal danger, Obi-Wan's there. In the first Star Wars movie.
A few of the things that they changed though is they cut out all the nonsense at the underwater base, because like none of that even added anything to anything. It was all just fucking terrible. They cut out a good chunk of Leia, right? Even though Leia he still went to go rescue her. They cut out that worthless rooftop fight that only existed to be a fight scene. They just let Reva die. They just said, yeah, you died when you fought Vader. You don't come back. Yeah, you're just dead now. You're done. Like things made a lot more sense with this one recut that I saw. I was like, oh, they could have actually done something with this.
I mean, like, fire me a link to it and I'll watch it. And trust me, I wouldn't do that unless I was actually curious, because I really hated watching Obi-Wan. Like, if you didn't, I mean, I'm sorry if I sounded like I got fired up there, but just, man, because Obi-Wan to me, I always say it's the moment that I feel like they stopped thinking they were doing well. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like I could believe that Rian Johnson thinks he made a good movie with The Last Jedi. But with Obi-Wan, I was like...
He said so recently, actually. He went back and said, oh, I was really good back then. It's like, no, you weren't.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, I mean, I don't agree with him, but I believe that he believes that, you know? Like, I'll give him that much. Where it's like, I think that you are not lying to me when you say you made a good movie. You believe that. But with Obi-Wan, I was like, they can't think this was good, right? Like, no one involved with this thinks that they made a good show, right? And then I'll still see people on Twitter being like, Obi-Wan, man, that was like peak fire, man. I'm like, why? No, what about
I did
it
like
is even good? Never mind.
I did like a 2-hour video on why I thought Obi-Wan was probably some of the worst Star Wars I've ever seen. And it was. It released, like that was a huge video of mine. Usually I don't go that long, but it fucking needed it. Like, it was bad.
Yeah. Anyway...
Excuse me there.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. So the reason I brought that up is because, movie lengths. This movie is only an hour and a half long.
Yeah.
And sometimes if you cut the fat, you can get a better movie. So don't make it so long. Which was how we got to Obi-Wan. Okay.
Yeah, which is fine. I'm just trying to get it back as we do. Also, not only length, budget. This movie apparently cost less than $2 million and made like $12.5 million in its runtime. Which again,
it got criticized because the title cards are AI apparently, and that was pissing a lot of people off.
I think there was like a couple of things that showed up very briefly, which apparently the guy said they started they used the AI but still did some work on it or something. I don't know. I couldn't have told you if I didn't read it, to be quite honest. I
mean, the only
here's the article if you want to pull it up.
I can't read.
Okay, there we go. We got our research.
There it is.
Well,
whenever I'm on EFAP, I'm usually like researching and like giving, like, I don't know if you noticed that last time I was on there, I was like, here's this data, here's this chart, here's this article. That was my main contribution.
Includes AI-generated art directors have clarified how the technology was
should be
used.
Our guy in the chair.
Released. Yeah, you just told me in the first paragraph that that they did a statement. Let's see. In conjunction with our amazing graphics and production design team, all of whom worked tirelessly to give this film the 70s aesthetic we had always imagined. We experimented with AI for 3 still images, which we edited further and ultimately appear as very brief interstitials in the film. I've never heard that word in my life because I'm German. We feel incredibly fortunate.
Oh, it's the title cards. The "We'll be right back."
Oh, that's what they're called? Okay.
Yeah,
interstitials. They had like a specific word
things
for them.
that exist between.
Oh, interesting.
Is what that word means.
Can't wait to forget all about this word because I'm probably never going to use it in my life. But we feel incredibly fortunate to have such intelligent and passionate cast, crew, and production team. Above and beyond help bring this film to life. We can't wait for blah, 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 blah. Okay. So basically they experimented with like 3 of those cards and then re-edited them. Probably to get rid of the weird artifacts AI creates these days. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of lame. It's not a lot, but, I guess it's fair that's been pointed out, I guess.
So here
I don't really know what
is
else to say to
why.
this, to be honest. I don't want to make this an argument about
I mean,
AI
considering the
art.
budget of the movie, I don't know what kind of opinion I can really have on it. It's like, well, we want these to happen. We can't really afford to do it the way we want to do, but we can do it. And here's how we can do it. We can use this tool to make it. And I think that, like, for low budget filmmaking, you gotta let people do stuff like that, man.
Mhm. Oh,
So
it's
here's
the ones when they go to break, night owls.
yeah, they go to break.
Okay.
And so we'll be right back. There's like a still image. Yeah. So if you look at the skeleton, like it looks a bit strange. Like that looks like it was definitely AI generated and not actually drawn by an artist. The tweet that I just posted.
Well, I think the
Yeah.
question is, though, is it a worthwhile expense for the producers of this movie to pay an artist to make a little picture of a generic skeleton?
Maybe.
I mean, I'm not giving
the
an
thing
answer
is, if
there. I'm
they-
just
if they-
saying
if
that,
they
like, it's one of
already-
the questions that if you're trying to manage money making a movie, like, you do have to, you got to think about that stuff. Like, just saying I'll pay a guy isn't necessarily as easy as that, especially if you're going through studio systems or based in for like tax reasons or wherever you would say that your production is based. You might have to actually license them and go through specific unions and stuff if you're making a movie as well. So that could be another issue too. It's like we cannot pay any less than $2,000 for this picture of a skeleton. It's like, well, we don't have an extra $2,000. It's like, well, that's the union rate, so you have to. It's like, okay, well, we'll just make it ourselves then. I credit myself for this. We pay me
So
nothing.
this is the one I have it on stream. Okay, so now that I have it paused on screen, because I didn't really look at them closely, so I definitely didn't notice. But you can see here with the hands and stuff for sure, or
Yep.
like with the bone skeleton.
Yeah.
hands.
The one of the legs has like two joints, kind of.
yeah.
The joint, and also the pumpkins have skeleton faces, not pumpkin faces.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
That's why Barr makes a good point though, that he'd prefer that they just like Photoshop some stock elements, because like that's what I'm thinking though. Like, it seems like you probably could have done that, but yeah, I guess the question is like, what if you're doing about the same amount of effort in order to make it, like same amount of time on the computer? What does it
I mean,
really
they still
matter
edited
fundamentally which
afterwards, so you
tool
could have easily
use?
used stock arts anyway. So if you edited further anyway, like I don't think you saved any time or a specific amount of money with this. I don't know if they have
Yeah.
teams that already edited it. I think I've just
Well,
used that, I guess.
Well,
when
I mean,
when
part
it
of the
did
reason-
become a
oh, sorry, go ahead.
controversy, when it did become a controversy, you had like people posting, "Hey, look at I'm an artist. I can just do this in like 10 minutes." And then I posted one of the examples in the chat.
Hmm.
This is a guy who's just like, "Hey, listen, you should have just given any random artist a few bucks, and they can just draw this for you very easily." Because he did, and like that looks okay and of the period.
No, let me pull it up here. That's the one. There we go. Where is it? There. Yeah, look at that. That looks really cool, actually. That looks really good. But yeah, but then we get into like the
Yeah.
whole discussion about AI art and moral argument stuff, which I feel like I'm
Well, I mean,
ill-equipped for. I haven't looked into this at all, so.
And that, like, I want to be clear, like, I'm not taking a strong stance pro AI art. I know that would be the argument, because like low budget, I've been in a position where I've made a low budget film, and there's plenty of stuff that you want to do and would definitely make your life easier if you could do, but if you don't have the money to do it, it's like, well, that's not on the table, so we got to think of something else.
Yeah. The thing is, if I would want to have a conversation about this, I would need to make a lot of research in terms of like all the copyright things that are probably an issue, and other artists getting paid or whatever. I don't know. I'm not gonna go into this, because here's the thing. I'm doing a thing that a lot of people online don't do. I'm not equipped for this conversation right now. If I want to talk about this, I'm gonna do some research. Here, that's some crazy concept for you.
Yeah.
So I'm not equipped for it in terms of copyright, I don't think, but I'm like somewhat equipped for it in terms of morality. I know that like the anti-AI art people are saying that you're taking away jobs from artists, and it's going to make, and if you're taking away jobs from artists, you're taking away money from them, and they're hardworking and they deserve to be paid, and you're just being
Is that
cheap.
their primary argument? I thought the primary
That is definitely an argument I've seen
the
for
argument
sure,
is that it's
100%.
stealing their work. Like, because that I think that's the more solid one to be like, well, if it's
Okay.
repurposing work that I might have made, then I'm not cool with that, and stop. You don't have the right to
Okay,
do
so
that. Without...
I've seen that argument from a lot of people as well, but I've seen the "you're stealing people's jobs" argument specifically from like
that's a weak
more like
argument, though,
left-wing sources,
because
you know? Like
technology's stolen people's jobs for like decades. Like, I just don't think that's an argument that could support as easily, because you could be
yeah,
like, well, I mean, there's a lot of people who used to, I don't know, paint toys or something like that. They're now being done by like computerized machines that just spray everything, and
well, this is
they
like the
lost their
Luddite
jobs
argument,
too,
right?
right?
So yeah, someone in the chat mentioned the mechanical looms. Yeah, so the Luddites were English textile workers in the 19th century who actually went into factories and destroyed mechanical looms because basically the looms meant that the factories didn't need their labor anymore. So there's still need people to operate the looms, but like they weren't doing it by hand anymore. They weren't doing the job by hand, so there was less labor. So these people like revolted, and it was like a working class revolt against technology, basically. And so every time something like this happens, there's usually like a backlash of people saying, "Hold on, even if this new technology increases access to a thing, it's also going to destroy jobs in the process," which is true. That is a real effect that we have to manage. But
Yeah.
I mean, I think generally improving access is better, personally, just on a moral level, you know.
Well, I mean, like, and that's where I think it becomes the stronger argument then becomes if it's repurposed work and that you're not giving credit for or paying for, is that actually an infringement of like artists' rights to the security of their work? Because if like if the images are being drawn from everywhere on the internet, you can't be an artist in the modern day without posting some of your art on the internet, right? So I think that argument seems to me hold a lot more water than, well, it's gonna hurt jobs for artists. It's like, I mean, yeah, it will, but there's gonna be lots of people who still want a real person to draw things for them. Like, I don't
Yeah.
think that market's gonna go away. It's just gonna maybe become less easy to charge a lot of money for something which can be done equivalently in AI for cheap or free, right? But
Yeah, and the obvious counter argument is that like if I'm gonna make a thumbnail for a random video on my channel, I'm not gonna pay $20 or $50 for a sketch of something. I'm just gonna get
yeah,
like a
'cause
clip art. I'm gonna get clip art off the internet that's free, or I'm gonna
because
get AI art.
economically over time that would not make sense for your channel. It's like, well,
Exactly, yeah.
if I'm
So it's like
burning
oh,
this
the
much
AI
money
art's
per
taking
video,
taking jobs because now you're not buying art for your channel. It's like, well, I wouldn't have bought that art anyway. You know what I mean? So so anyway, I know people were mad at this movie because of the use of AI art, but it was 3 images, I think, and clearly the entire movie is not that. So I
Yeah.
think it was just like a minor thing.
my little profile picture
Yes.
here right now is drawn by CT, like Sitchin Adams' friend.
Yep.
Mm,
He's a good artist.
nice.
Caffeine.
Who apparently also now lives in Toronto. They moved back home.
Yeah.
Very well.
But I think we can probably move on from the AI stuff. We haven't really even gotten into the premise of the movie yet.
No,
No, we
I
haven't.
was talking about budget and stuff, and then we do this thing, which is
Tangented.
obviously fine.
Tangented hard.
Tangents, we do them all the time. Let's see here. So yeah, the way it basically starts like I think like as a, what do you say, like a documentary or like a
Documentary. Yeah.
Documentary is the term we do.
yeah.
Yeah,
I was
like
just wondering
the
if there's like another
openings-
thing. Like I was wondering if like a news thingy, but that doesn't make any sense because it's probably more like a documentary.
Well,
It feels like a History Channel documentary, to be honest.
Yeah.
Basically this whole thing that we're watching is being presented as this documentary, and the opening 5 minutes, maybe 10, is very, very much traditional documentary style.
Yeah. So
where
it's kind of
you have
funny.
a narrator, you have archive footage.
Because I just put up the file because it starts with like a narrator going on, oh, this footage has never been seen before. It's been scrapped, blah blah blah, hasn't been aired again. I just saw
The
when
master tapes were like banned effectively.
yeah,
and,
when they zoom in
got
on
a
this
hold of
little television set where the documentary starts, there's actually the little demon face, very seeable, very briefly in the beginning.
Oh, how about that?
So that's kind of nice. I don't know if you can make it out on stream, but if you can see the silhouette
you
here.
see you see that very clearly
Later on,
Later,
yeah.
yeah.
But it's here already.
I actually didn't
so-
notice that too, and I've watched it twice.
Yeah, I've just seen that because I pulled it up, so that's kind of fun. So yeah, basically they well, they tell us about Jack basically before anything else goes on. Hang on, I'm trying to find my copyright filter here. There you go. Because I'm just gonna let this run in the background and move wherever we need to go. So yeah, it's Jack Delroy, right? I have that right around, not Delray, Delroy. What was correct? And
Delroy.
he is a late night television host, like the good old 70s late night television thingies that they did back then that are kind of not that great anymore or that popular these days.
Oh my god, they're fucking awful nowadays,
Yeah,
dude.
they've gotten kind of cringe. I think Conan.
Like
Leaving
everything
was
I
the end.
see them once in a while, it's like, oh, that's awful. I hate this. I think the last thing I've seen was Skibbity Biden. I was like, what the fuck is happening?
Skibbity Biden. So-
I'm kind of honestly, I've not seen any late night show in about a year at this point. Like, not even clips, really.
Yeah.
You know, it might just be my bias being someone who is, you know, my age, but I just feel like late night shows probably peaked in the 90s, which is before I was watching them, but
I mean, I really love Daily Show and Colbert Report in like the early 2000s, back when Colbert was funny.
well,
Because-
sure, but like
like,
those
ironically,
were like comedy shows that were kind of dressed up to be more like a news show. It wasn't the same thing as doing
Yeah,
a straight,
I guess
you know,
you're right.
late night
It's just
variety show,
like
you know.
late night live TV, though. I guess is what I'm referring to. But you're right. It's not
I
as much of a
never want
traditional
to hear
talk
those
show.
two words again. What, Skibbity Biden?
Skibbity Biden.
I had to see it
Is that
on.
two words?
Yeah, it's Skibbity
Skibbity
and then Biden.
Oh, okay. I thought it might have been one word.
You know what? It could be. I wouldn't care either way. It's fine.
Sounds like the Abraxas incantation.
Skibbity Biden.
No, like
Those
I
are
recall
regal
seeing people
conjures
back
of
in the
demon.
day say, I recall seeing people back in the day say that like David Letterman and Jay Leno, they were like the peak of the art form of the late night talk show.
Yeah, that's the
The
one I
late
know
night
from
variety show.
by name as well from then.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, like I was alive back then because I'm 40 now. I'm an old man, even though people tell me I kind of sound like a teenager, so trying to sound like an adult. Which when I heard that, I gotta admit, I did chuckle. That was pretty funny. But I was never a huge fan of either Leno or Letterman. Like, I mean, maybe because I was too young, but I don't remember finding either of them particularly funny. But I always felt Conan O'Brien was very funny. Like he was always hilarious, even in the 90s.
Oh, things I see from him are always hilarious. I mean, the last
Yeah.
thing he did that was great was the Hot Ones. That was hysterical. That was amazing. If you haven't
Because
seen
I
that,
watched a lot of Saturday Night Live.
go
Like,
check
I
out Hot
remember a
Ones
lot of
episode
SNL from there.
with Conan O'Brien. That shit is great. He goes fucking nuts in that. It's awesome.
Oh, nice.
So anyway, this is a fictional late night talk show,
Yes,
but
the
it's
Night
cut from the
Owl.
same cloth as all of the other real life late night talk shows, where they have a host who does a little bit of stand up, and they bring in some guests and they do some interviews. Sometimes
Yeah.
they're serious, sometimes they're not. Sometimes there's like music acts or magic acts or whatever. That's what a variety show is you get stand up, you get interviews, you get whatever the guest does, a little taste of it, and it's kind of a way for the guest to also increase their profile as well,
Mm.
and then you kind of have like an hour of that.
Yeah. And they basically tell us about it. It's like, hey, he's doing pretty well, but he can't really reach the top where the Carsons or whatever their names were.
Johnny Carson.
Johnny
Yeah,
Carson.
Johnny
and
Carson.
whatever,
He was a
yeah.
popular he was a popular real life
Yeah.
late night show in the 70s. Yeah.
So you can't quite reach those, but you know, it's the gap widens here and there, but it's still not, they're still doing pretty well. Like they're doing good. They have a good audience and whatnot. So yeah, not awful or anything. But they can't quite reach the top. And then it tells about his weddings. Like, yeah, it's a really good wedding. They even consider like the best couple that are married from all the other couples back then.
Yeah, they're a famous celebrity couple.
Yeah, celebrity couple. They're like really close. that's like the whole thing. It's like, oh, she's my muse and whatever, like all the things you would expect. And then it's like, oh no, all of a sudden, out of nowhere, she gets the lung cancers and dies shortly.
Even though she doesn't smoke.
Even though she doesn't smoke, yeah. And yeah, it's all very sad. And she even makes a special appearance on his show, like weeks before she died. It's like, oh yeah, just talking about how they met and what all the stuff, which people did watch and well, not enjoyed, but they liked the spectacle, I guess. So that was a little bit of a high in terms of ratings. But yeah, his wife dies, and then he takes a break for, what was it, like a month or something?
It was a little while. It was a few months, I think.
Yeah, or a few months. And even get like some pictures where he's like followed by a paparazzi, and he's like, nah, leave me alone. And people basically expects like, yeah, it's over for him. Like he's not gonna come back. Like this hits too deeply. But surprisingly, he makes a shocking return. I was like, yo, awesome. But still, it's not doing great. Like it's actually like he's going down in ratings, and everything is kind of like so and so. I think he's still like, they show us like a listing, but he's probably still like in the top 50 or top 100. Like it's not like
but
awful.
He's not even close to being neck and neck.
Yeah,
with
he's
Carson
not even
anymore.
close to the Carsons and or everything. So it definitely goes down. The sponsors are worrying. All the things like
What I recall is that one of the reasons it's going down is because he starts doing more sensationalistic content in the attempt to chase ratings. And I think
Okay.
they showed like fights breaking out on the stage, like Jerry Springer
you're
style,
right,
and he's
yeah.
like trying to break them up. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Good point,
like the show, the movie, or sorry, the documentary part of it is really kind of, trying to hammer home the point that this guy is really chasing ratings hard, and he took the death of his wife really, really badly.
Yeah.
But also that him having his wife on the show and kind of parading her in front of the audience, there's definitely
Was
some
his highest
some
ratings,
viewers.
yeah.
Yes. Some viewers didn't like that. They thought he was like being too sensationalistic. He was using her, like it was kind of grotesque. And once he took time off after she died, he came back, and he's clearly like desperately trying to scrabble for attention again. And the desperation's coming through in his work, and you can see it in the decline of quality of the show. And I remember when I was watching this, I was thinking like, this is exactly like what happens to a lot of YouTubers, right?
Yeah.
I think, I'm sure it happens everywhere, right? But I know YouTubers because I'm a YouTuber. You get people who like blow up quickly, and they're like desperate for more fame, and they want to keep going. But in chasing the numbers, they start doing more and more ridiculous things, which drives people away long term.
Anyone see
so
the
they
video
end
of
up like
Sneeko
crashing
getting
and burning.
punched yesterday?
Sorry, what?
No.
Did you see Sneeko got like decked by a security guard on a stream?
Did he?
Like that's a
Yeah.
perfect
Oh,
example
man.
of that. He's just like,
Well, Sneako's a good example of that. Yeah.
Flicked
He,
the
like, he-
security guard's hat off at like a bar, and
my God.
the security guard like does a falcon punch on him full out. Like just, there's no other way to
God
describe
damn.
it.
Oh my God.
No,
Yeah.
it's
So
quite-
yeah,
it's fun. It's
Sneeko's
funny
a great
too.
example of this, because Sneeko, he was doing well, he peaked, he kept chasing the high, and it like destroyed his career. Now it's not completely destroyed, like he's still doing better than me, for example, but like it's definitely declined from where it was a couple years ago, and lots of people go through like a rapid boom and a rapid bust because they just
Yeah.
don't know how to handle the growth.
I think
Um,
there's also a distinction there between the type of popularity that's positive and like turning that popularity into infamy. You know, like
Yeah, yeah.
doing things that are crazier and crazier, and like having more and more attempts to like basically turn your show into early Jerry Springer, and that pissing people off more than when you were just being you know, like, or just like,
like
trying to
the
be a
Ralph
normal talk
retort,
show.
Ethan Ralph, great example of what you're talking about.
Yeah,
Dude
there you
showed
go.
now like he's just like he's literally living in a shipping container in Mexico, hiding from fucking child support authorities while streaming to like 100 viewers. Like he had a show with like 10,000 viewers at one point. Like he's destroyed himself because of how stupid he's been acting for the past 5 years.
Yeah, so
Crazy.
the last time I saw anything from him, it was when Chrissy Mayer interviewed him, and he started just like randomly telling her off in the middle of the stream. It was really bizarre.
Oh, man.
He just started
Fucking
getting
hell.
mad and then saying like, "You're disrespecting me." She's like, No, I just I asked you a question. You could even say you don't want to answer. He's like, well, why the fuck would you bring it up then? Like it was really weird.
Oh my God.
I can see why this
I
film
don't know
resonated
that
with
much about
metal.
the
Ah,
kind of-
screw you.
Yeah.
I'm missing
So,
the growing up part. After that, we can talk again.
So basically, the 10-minute documentary at the start of the film, it shows his rise, it shows the drama with his wife,
Mhm.
and then it shows his decline and his desperation to remain relevant. And then it kind of brings us in for Halloween, their Halloween Eve show,
Yeah.
1977, and that's where it kind of cuts to the like found footage part of the
Yeah, the master tapes
of the movie.
which also has
Yeah.
like backstage footage and stuff like that.
Yeah.
They also
And,
mentioned the men's club or gentlemen's club he's
yes,
part of.
this is important.
And I was
The
like,
Grove.
oh, okay. They kind of just gloss over. It's like, and the media was like, oh, that's kind of suspicious. I went, what's
Do
going
you
on with
know
that?
anything about the real organization, like the Real Grove?
Yeah,
didn't
that
even
that
know
club's
there's
real,
a-
by the way.
I
that's
didn't
a real
know
club.
that.
It's super real.
Okay, that's a tangent
yeah.
I kind of want to go on.
Oh,
Tell
don't
me,
worry,
tell
we
me.
can-
I'm
let
super
me-
interested now. That sounds
Okay, yeah, because
insane.
I went down on kind of a Bohemian Grove rabbit hole in order to prepare for this.
Do I
I
need to lock
watched
my
half of
doors
the Alex
tonight?
Jones documentary even. No, it should be fine because I think like it seems like it's just kind of a lame club at this point. But there's actually a hilarious Joe Rogan clip where it's him talking to Kid Rock about the time Kid Rock punched a guy at Bohemian Grove and then got kicked out after like a day.
Okay, so
Um,
the film version of it, first of all, is there's like this private club. What do they call it again in the movie? I think it has a different name.
They just call it the Grove. But
The Grove?
in
Okay.
real life, it's the Bohemian Club, and the place is called Bohemian Grove.
Right. So in the movie, there's like this club that gets together out in the California forest of a bunch
Yeah,
of like
the-
elite members of American society. You have politicians, you have businessmen, you have celebrities, and they all go out there and they basically like they kind of network. Well, they claim they're networking and
Mhm.
like doing plans for their careers, but there's like hints of it being like actually like a Satanist. Like not like a
bizarre
coven almost or
rituals
something like
that happen
yeah.
there as well.
Yeah,
Okay.
they're all dressing up in like weird outfits, and looks like they're like putting down runes in the ground, and they're casting spells and shit, and they're like, and there's a lot of like demon worshipping that's being rumored at this club that this guy is apparently a part of. That's how it is in the movie.
Well, I don't think he's apparently a part of it. I think he's explicitly a part of it because it's like it's in the documentary, right? Like,
Well, it's in the
and-
documentary, but even the documentary says he's been seen going to the location, but it doesn't actually
Oh,
show
okay.
him doing
Yeah.
anything.
So people
It's only
don't-
confirmed
don't
at the end
know.
of the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like people
Yeah.
who watch him don't know if he actually is. He's
Well,
just been seen with
But
people.
like, I mean, the magician guy did. Like he said, he's like, oh, like, can you maybe put in a word for me, get me into the Grove? Like he comes up to him at one point and kind of
yeah,
am I-
because he
am I making that
expects
up?
him to be in there. I don't know. I don't think Jack ever said like did.
No,
actually
he
say
he
so.
confirms it because he says, oh, like he says, I can't believe your friends at the Grove haven't helped you out more than this. And
Yeah.
he said, oh, apparently they're not that influential.
Oh,
Like,
okay. I
so
see what
he,
you
he
mean.
doesn't
Okay.
deny it. He just says, yeah, well, I don't
Yeah.
know. It's like a club where we go to the woods and we drink.
Gotcha.
So in real life, the Bohemian Grove was established back in the 1800s as bait. It wasn't the Satan worshipping like baby sacrificing thing that everyone believes it was. It
Wow,
literally
what's the
was
point then?
just
Well-
a club of powerful people. Yeah.
Yeah, like I mean that's what I mean. It's not as especially now because I think post year 2000, which is when Alex Jones, like the Alex Jones of InfoWars, infiltrated Bohemian Grove and got the first actual footage of one of their like meetings, and specifically this ceremony where they burn a human effigy that Alex Jones was pretty convinced was a real person, but no one else seems to confirm that. And I think the thing that makes me kind of on the skeptic side on that one is, like especially the stuff I've seen about it since, a lot of people have been there, like a lot of very famous celebrities and stuff. So that's if Kid Rock can be talking about what he did there on a Joe Rogan podcast, how is it that like over the course of the last 150 years, I think is how long they've been around since like the mid 1800s. Like, how is it
Yeah,
that
so-
no one said anything, right? Like,
Yeah. Here's the actual Bohemian Grove in real life. It's like an isolated location
yeah,
in
it's the
California.
California redwood forest.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but like
San
it's just
Francisco.
it's just like cabins that are like deep in the woods. It's
It's
like on
where
some private property.
Caesar goes at the end of Rise of the Planet of the Apes.
Well, fun stuff. I mean, if they
But
don't
yeah, so
cook any
it's
children, so
basically
I
like
don't
a
even know what
secret
the point is.
society of like former presidents, artists, musicians. They have this weird ceremony where they burn this human effigy that's supposed to be their worries and their stresses, because the time that they're there, they're just supposed to be drinking their faces off, writing a play that they put on at the end of it that's only ever shown once and it's never recorded, and very specifically pissing outdoors.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
that's actually the justification by which they've been able to avoid allowing women into the Bohemian Club for 150 years.
Because they piss outdoors.
Well, no, because they've said that no, us taking out our dicks and peeing outside is a big part of the experience. So we cannot have women there. We just can't. And yeah, it's been ratified by the California Superior Court. So that's probably not going anywhere.
Yep. Yep. It's
Okay.
basically just like a club where powerful people go to be out of the
Network and
public
drink,
eye and just do whatever the fuck they want. That's all it is, really. I'm sure there are business connections made there. There's probably some shady shit's has gone down, but I don't think they're actually a Satan worshipping cult.
Yeah, I don't think so either at this point. I think it's just they're rich people doing drunk stuff like that. That's their version of going on a camping trip with the boys, right? And like,
But I mean, because it's the modern era, you have like people sending drones up there to like spy on them, and you just see a bunch of like middle-aged guys standing around. You know?
yeah. So what Joe
Elliot
Rogan
Clouds,
said was
huh?
that it's very like what Joe Rogan said when he was talking to Kid Rock is that it's probably very toned down now from whatever they were doing prior to that Alex Jones documentary. But
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, we don't have.
Oh, I
any
posted
solid
a picture, by
evidence
the way,
anything happening.
of a drone ambushing some of them at the complex, and they're just like hanging out. It's like they're just like on vacation, basically.
Like, oh, another drone. God damn.
Yeah, I think though the conspiracy theory lies into like what was it like pre 2000 or what was it like in
Yeah.
1890? You know, like it probably they weren't. It might not have been the same vibe, you know, that you're getting today. At the same time,
Yep.
it might have been exactly the same shit, right? Like,
Yeah, but in the
think
movie,
about it being
it's a
secret.
Satan worshipping cult, and that's important.
Yeah, in the movie, they're very specifically demon worshippers at the very least.
Pretty much, yeah. But yeah, that's a little introduction to our main character and what's been going on. And well, now he's been back for a while, been doing his little shows. But they're trying to keep the ship afloat because sponsors are not happy because ratings are going down. So they're trying to get all the things they can do. And as Dev already said, we're doing a little a Halloween special, which is right up our alley. We love Halloween here, everywhere. 'Cause Halloween is great. It's fun stuff. And so there's lots of people being invited, and we basically just start off with a very normal late night show thingy. He comes out, does a little prank on his little co-host man. He's like, I'm a spooky ghost. And it's like, you got me, Jack. Ha ha ha. It's like it's already really worth pointing out. They do a great job just replicating that style and the format. Like, because we had those here in Germany as well, like German late night shows or late evening shows or whatever. I don't think they went like at midnight or whatever, but it's like, there's your monologue, here's the first guest, here's a little sidekick that does the thing. It feels all very familiar if you've ever seen any of these shows. Like, it's like, oh yeah, they replicated it really well. Like the weird sliding door where people come through. Yeah, it's just very, very well made in that regard already. And yeah, it's just like a little monologue, just a few little jokes. Nothing super important here in the first couple of minutes. He does thank the audience for being there for him through good and bad, because it's sweeps week, I think it's called. Because that's all good for views and ratings, but we have always did the show for you, and all the buttering up of the audience, basically. It's very, very, very familiar, very fun. and he invites his first guest, which is Chris2, a medium who does like the whole I can feel a thing over there. I'm getting a signal from over here. Like the usual medium entertainer
Cold
thing
read
you would
kinda
expect.
stuff.
Like, I hear a name. Peter.
Just real quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
Peterman.
Yeah, sorry, you should probably point out, since I'm sure lots of people in the chat are younger, Sweeps Week. Why is Sweeps Week important? Because the movie doesn't
Ratings.
explain it. It's a period thing.
Yeah. So okay, sweeps week is generally the weeks in which the week in which Nielsen ratings journals are collected, and that means it's when a lot of the ratings for the TV of that week is being analyzed. So generally, it's a thing that they tell the audience because they know it's like, hey, we've got some special stuff planned for this week because we know that we need to be on our A game. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the importance of Sweeps Week was also that basically the year's Sweeps Week would choose the advertising rates for the next year. So you want to have your best stuff playing on Sweeps Week in October to November. There's like I think it's like a 2-week period. It doesn't really matter anymore, obviously, but basically like they put their best shit up there because they knew that if they had really good ratings on these weeks, that would basically be the benchmark for the average rate of advertising for next year, which increases how much money you get. So everyone put their best stuff around this time. Yeah.
Pretty much.
Basically, if a show like did well otherwise but did extremely poorly on Sweeps Week, it was probably getting canceled, despite doing well. That's just how the numbers kind of played out.
Yeah, which sucks because it might be like, hey, we've got this reliable show we watch for the whole year, but in sweeps week we're going to check out the other shows that are doing really crazy stuff.
Yeah, basically you want good ratings at this point, so you don't get less money or get canceled. That's the very short version of it. And yeah, so they get their first guest, Christo, and he's like, I'm getting a signal, and then he has like this one guy who's like, is it you? It's like, no, not really, but did you had a divorce? Like, yeah, thank God I did. So he's basically flopping very hard, and you get like the feeling it's like, he's just fucking around. He's not actually like a supernatural medium man who can actually do anything. And it's like all very lighthearted and fun. And it's like, okay, so he's just being, I guess, kind of exposed as being a fraud, you could say. But then interestingly, right after this happens, he's like, the signal stopped. Like, we're gonna stop now. But right after they're done with making fun of him, he goes very specifically to 2 ladies.
Yeah.
And it's like, hey, didn't get like the Edward Eddie? It's like, Eduardo. Eddie. It's like, yeah. And
Edmund, I think was his name.
Edmund, yeah. But anyways, like he's basically spot on. Like he's
yeah, he nails it. He's like he's your brother and your son.
Yeah, it's like he died recently, and it's like he's telling you there's still a lot of love for you two and whatever. Like he self-deleted. And they're all very sad. It was like 5 years ago, and
you might think that it's just him doing a cold read and getting lucky, but the last thing is so specific that it like you kind of are like, maybe this guy actually does have something going on.
Yeah,
I think actually I think the way they did Christo, as far as how they introduced him, having him fail first, having him be very successful, but in a context which didn't matter quite as much, and then what happens next was a good way to like lead us into what happens with him.
Yeah, because in the context of this universe, because you do get quite quickly, it's like, there's like supernatural things happening in this universe to whatever degree. Makes you want to like, he probably
also like. We as the audience could have just been thinking after that first reading that, okay, so his role there is he's going to be playing along with anything weird that's happening because he's going to pretend to have powers, but then he's going to look silly by the end. But then the second one, they give you one where he's not only reading accurately, but doing something really nice for 2 people. Like he's doing a good thing. And like, you're like, okay, like maybe this guy's not a bad guy. Then I think he might be one of the ones we're rooting for. And then, I'll let you take over.
Yeah, when you think about like his role, like not the role in this movie, but the what he does in this universe, like he's like a very popular entertainer, medium person, it makes you wonder. It's like, oh, he definitely can feel some kind of signal from the afterlife or whatever. But he's probably also just very good at entertaining. Like, he probably can do both. He can do the proper thing and also the tricky thing where it's like, oh, I can do this name, and then do like very general questions where you get like to a certain person. Because if you have like a huge audience of like 200-300 people and you start saying random names, someone's going like, oh yeah, I know someone who has this name.
That's the method. Cold reading is what it's called.
Yeah. So I think he can like do both. So if he goes to like a show and he actually doesn't have anything, he can just kind of go through it with that kind of scenario. But when he has like something specific that he can actually tack onto, he probably just uses that for that time.
Yeah, because he's got to fill time.
Yeah, it's very cool. I really enjoyed how they made him look. But yeah, and that's the yeah. And they're about to be ready to go to break, and all of a sudden he starts screaming. He's like,
Yeah.
fuck, it hurts. And we're like, oh shit, what's going on? Like, he's like veins and everything. His eyes roll back into his head. And it's like, your name, Minnie. It's like, someone could. And he begs, basically. He's like, can someone accept the call?
Please
like,
accept. Yeah, like I like this thing has a message that it needs to say, and I can't just say it to anyone. I have like the spirit has to know that the person it's talking to is listening.
Yeah, like he's like writhing in pain. He's like, yeah, here's this. I just stopped at that still. Like, his eyes go back into his head. He's like, fuck. He's like, he's in pain. Like, you can tell. And at that point, you go like, oh, fuck, what's happening? Like, is he putting on a crazy show or something?
Yeah, and that's sort of the thing with this movie. Is it all kind of comes down to like, is this just them playing around, and they have the next character they introduce is sort of the foil for that.
Yeah.
Yep. I do like the you have to accept the call.
Yeah.
It reminds me of like back in the day. It's like, do you accept the charges on this call?
No.
Yeah, so he seems to have an actual, like, the first two are very clearly him just kind of faking it because he's an entertainer, but then he seems to have an actual psychic connection at this point.
Yeah.
Which is I think it's like the first real hint that something kind of off is happening in the movie. Like, everything up until this point, everything else can be explained away, but this is like, there is something supernatural going on.
Yeah, it's really cool. I really like it. And wait, does he puke here? No, he pukes later. He just
a little later, yeah.
He goes like crazy.
He comes back for the next segment.
Yeah, and all of a sudden, all the lights above him like basically explode. Like, the light bulbs explode, and he's like, "Oh, it's gone! Like, it's gone." And he's like sweating, and he's not doing well. And you can see like the sidekick of Jack, or the co-host or whatever. He's like kind of looking very worried. At this point, Jack is still like, oh, I'm just gonna move on. Like, probably just some power surge or someone in production did the crazy thing to make the lights explode, basically. And they go to a break.
You know, I just noticed something in your replaying on the stream. It kept zooming into that one guy in the crowd who's like wearing a skeleton suit.
Yeah. He's such a. I wrote down in my notes like, why are they focusing on him so much? But nothing of him. He's like,
nothing ever happens. He's just there.
No, it does.
He is in.
Guys.
He's in the.
Does it?
End of the movie.
He's in the. Let me finish my sentence before you yell at me. Because I was about to say, like, nothing specific demonic happens with him, but he's apparently part of that cult at the end. Because you can see him in the group going on.
Yeah, he's there in the ceremony when the deal is made, which I guess we'll get to. But
eventually,
but no, that dude very clearly is there to watch him, which is why you'll notice he doesn't respond. Like, Delroy actually does interact with them directly, and he doesn't say a word. So like that that dude, I think they were always making it pretty clear that it's like there's something up with that skeleton.
Yeah.
So here's my first real major criticism of this movie at this point, because once they cut to break, the movie cuts to black and white, and I think it cuts to widescreen as well because it's full screen.
Yes,
that's how it would be in
1977. 16
millimeter
behind the scenes footage.
Yeah, but it cuts like even as it's behind the scenes footage, it's black and white, and they're like perfectly mic'd up, and the
Yeah, so
camera's
this
like
is
following them around.
That's a good
Just
point.
like
Okay, yeah,
I
fair
was gonna
point.
bring this up at the when I was gonna at the beginning. I was trying to like mention it's sort of a found footage movie. I was gonna say,
Yeah.
but for the behind the scenes footage, you really have to suspend your disbelief a lot for the like. You're
Yeah.
not gonna be thinking this is a real thing. Like it's very clearly a movie that's just using kind of a style to sort of keep you immersed a little bit. But yeah, they're very clearly mic'd. And either they had camera people walking all around that studio, and everyone. I mean, you know what? I'll give them the possibility that everyone could have a lav mic on, so that actually you could get the sound, but the footage is very clearly.
Yeah, it's
like,
very clear.
They're getting all the plot critical details.
Yeah, yeah, and you know what? Every time it cut to the like during the commercial break moments, it took me out of it. I got to be honest, because everything was perfectly in universe up till that point, and now we have like these perfect cameramen who are following
Yeah.
them around like behind the scenes. They're getting all the like shot for shot over the shoulder like talking bits. It's like this is too perfect. What they should have
and I
done,
know,
in my
and
opinion.
it's kind of
Well,
what I say. I think it's like that the semi found footage nature of it is because they sort of break it at the end too, right? And so like
They
I mean
do, yeah.
it's not but I think though that the counter argument to that would be that it succeeds less as a found footage movie, but it might actually be more engaging for people who just hate found footage movies too, because it's like, well, there's found footage segments, but there's also a lot of just movie here too, right? So like,
yeah. I think I would have been more immersed if during the during these sequences, like the in between, like during the commercial sequences, they still just kept it on the main cameras from the show.
Mm.
and
They
you can
just had
hear
like
everything.
the cameraman like sits down, so he like turns the camera to the side, and like it just so happens to be like maybe it's a little bit sideways or something, but like
Zoomed in
focuses off
background
into the
footage or
distance.
something.
Yeah, something like that, where like you see the two of them talking, and you still get their audio because they're still mic'd up,
Mhm.
but you see them talking, and they're off in the footage in behind the scenes from one of the various cameras on the set. I think that would have worked a lot better, in my opinion.
Yeah, no, that's a
Yeah,
good point because
I mean,
there's
I guess
later
like,
on there's another thing that I noticed where they have like this attention to detail because when Lily starts being like possessed and starts cursing, they bleep the second fucking when she says fucking, where it's like, oh, they actually did it like a real thing. It was the first time they didn't expect her to curse,
yeah,
and then
so
the second time
they
they
weren't ready
are
for
ready
it.
for it to use the bleep button. So if the backstage thing would have been a bit more, I don't know, a bit more ghetto, I guess, would be cool. Yeah, for sure.
So what seems to happen here is like whenever you see the main character, the main guy, it's Jack Delaney, right?
Jack Delroy.
Delroy, yeah.
Jack Delroy. Okay. Where am I getting Delaney from? What the fuck is that?
I don't know. I
Jack Delaney? That sounds familiar.
Very Irish name.
Oh no, he was like a boxer. He's
Oh.
like one of the world's most famous boxers. That's why. Okay.
See, did we just do a racism? I said Irish, and he immediately said boxer.
Well, he was an Irish boxer actually. Yeah. So anyway, whenever you see Jack on screen, for the most part, he's very much in his like host persona.
hmm
And then when it goes to the commercial bits, he's like a different guy.
Yeah.
And he's talking about like wanting to keep the show going and talking about ratings and how things are like going. Like his producer comes over sometimes and is like, "Listen, man, the ratings are great. Keep doing what you're doing." And sometimes like his sidekick comes over because he's like the religious guy and he's like, "Listen, you need to stop this because
Yeah.
we're messing with dark-sided stuff here, guys."
Yeah, you don't know what you're dealing with.
Yeah, yeah. And then like we'll talk about the skeptic later. The skeptic comes over and he's like, "Listen, this is ridiculous. You're putting on a clown show here." And like he's having all these conversations with characters that represent they all represent different interests, but they're also they're all conflicting interests that he himself has.
Yeah.
And he's basically working out what he thinks the right thing to do is with these avatars of parts of himself almost during these behind the scenes shots.
Yeah, I think that's a very fair interpretation. Like the show like co-host is very clearly his conscience.
Mhm. Also, one thing that happens in this movie, which you can in on your first watch through, is probably you go like, oh, it's like found footage, so the interference is just kind of whatever. Like they just put this in for flair. But it's not. That's like when demon shit happens, basically. Because the first interference happens right here, and I put it on screen here right now. It happens here. Boom. And right when this happens, you see Krista go like, start retching, and he goes crazy. He goes like, signal. So I didn't pay attention to it because I thought it was just flare. But after the second or third one, was like, is this something? And then it becomes pretty clear later on that the interference is crazy demon stuff happening.
On a second viewing, it's really interesting when you consider the name that the girl gives the demon, and then you watch an effect like that, and you're like, oh, I see what happened.
Yeah.
It wriggled in.
It wriggled in, yeah.
Kind of wriggles its way into my brain. And
there's lots of neat things that are going on in this movie that you'd catch on your second watch through. There's probably more to find. There's like small things. I have like a screenshot of like one or two things that you can see just very briefly that are really cool. Like in a mirror or something.
I think they do a very good job of making it clear from early on that these spirits are affected by the technology around them too. Like the lights and the video signals, or I guess video, because they would be transmitting it via like almost like a video signal, right? The terrestrial TV. And things like that are affected by it and can also amplify their abilities. Like, so, because even like Christu says when he messes up that first reading, I'm sorry, it's like it's tough to get a clear reading. Like the lights and everything here, they make it hard. And then June says it later too, like about we shouldn't do this here because all these lights and stuff is a really uncontrolled environment and something bad might happen. And then, well, especially the end of the movie.
There's also the main producer guy who's in charge of the cameras. I think at one point he says like, I don't know what you're seeing down there. We can't see it here. Just switch cameras and I'll make sure everyone gets his cue. It's like there's like small hints that even they all see like something is going on, but you can't do.
Well, I mean, the first time with the lights flickering when Christu got like when he screamed. He goes to the producer in the backstage scenes and he says, "Hey man, I like what you did with the lights there." He's like, "I'll take credit for whatever you wanted that you're giving."
Yeah, wasn't your idea with the lights? Like, it's like, oh, if you liked it, I'll take full credit. Sure. What a professional. Also, I like Gaz's expression here, by the way, right after the lights explode. They do a lot of things with just just showing faces, and just go like, what the fuck is that?
Gus is already not on board. He's like, okay.
See, this image is like a 4chan reaction image. You could like post, like, oh, okay.
Yeah, it's good. They do a lot of things that you just like. They do a lot of things that just seem sensical to do in movies that just modern movies don't seem to do anymore. They just have to go like, that was weird, huh? Yeah, oh man, that happened.
Gotta break the fourth wall, gotta diffuse all the tension.
You don't have any
confidence. You know, to be honest, one of the things this movie does really well is like slowly build and keep the tension all the way through. Yeah, it's pretty good. Until the final blow up, which we all know is coming, but like
the premise of it being a Halloween episode of a TV show lets them get away with being like, oh yeah, we might have just been, that might have been our trickery. It's all part of the show, you know. Like it gives them some leeway there.
It also gives them just a good reason to invite all these I don't know, horror and magician people, so they can have like this. What's the word I'm looking for? Not like double standard, like the different viewpoints. Was like, this weird thing happened, and I was like, they just...
There was a believer and two believers and a skeptic arguing was supposed to be the show.
Absolutely. But yeah, we go to our first backstage thingy, and the main producer guy is basically like, hey, Christo, how are you feeling about staying here a little longer? And he's about to say, I probably should, and it just hits him on the shoulder. It's like, that's the spirit, and just gives him a little napkin. It's like, you got some blood on your nose, and then they just go backstage. I do like I do like how they make these backstage things feel though. It's like we got 2 minutes to do all these things. They kind of just all scuttle around and do like the things. Yeah. It's like we need to do all the the stuff.
It kind of like, I mean, it lets us see two very different sides of him because we're not only seeing his talk show guy, right? Like we see him interacting with the people around him and how he feels about how how his show's ratings are going and how this episode's going. When people bring up concerns and start saying that they want to leave, he's very much like, no, we just got to get through this episode and everything will be fine. It's okay. It's gonna have the
Well,
best
he does
ratings."
say that, but you can tell he's conflicted, right? Like the producer here,
Yeah, yeah.
the producer's not conflicted. The producer, it's like I said, I think these represent, like, he's arguing with
Aspects of his
himself as he
personality,
talks
yeah.
to these people, right? Because the producer is the guy who only cares about the show and ratings and money, and Jack is definitely also that guy. But then when he talks to the skeptic's talking about the quality of the show and, like, you know, how could you debase yourself by making such a stupid farce of your career? And he's also worried about his career. And then also his sidekick is the guy who's saying, listen, something evil is happening here, and he's the conscience, right? So as he's discussing with these characters, he's also having the discussion with himself, because he has all of these concerns within him.
Yeah.
And he's like, it's almost like he's being pulled around, but he ultimately keeps the show going, but he clearly has some misgivings.
There's also another big
but
factor. They apparently have like one of the main analyst guys or something in the front row, something like that. They say with his wife.
Yeah, one of the
so they kind of want to impress him,
ratings
and they want to
analysts.
meet him. It's like, hey, can you go meet them? He's like, I can't meet. I have a show to run. It's like, come on, they're in charge of. They have like a big role in putting out the fundings or whatever. And he's like, fine,
Well,
I'll
and
do it.
his
The
whole thing
second,
is like,
the
look,
second
I'm under a
break."
lot of stress right now. Like, I mean, I don't have time to kiss ass.
I don't have time to
I'm
kiss ass,
I'm in the
exactly.
middle of a show.
So yeah, he has like a lot of things on his plate as the host of this show. So it's yeah.
Well,
a
and
lot of things
ultimately,
going on.
he believes through at least most of it that there will be a way that he can reconcile all of those interests.
Yes.
But I mean, ultimately, they're kind of mutually exclusive in a lot of ways.
Yeah. Yeah, and then there's also Gus still being like, I don't know what's going on. They got some shit cooked up back there with knives and shit. The crew's kind of concerned. It's like, don't worry about it. It's gonna be fine. Just go back to your spot. It's like, okay. And he also asks about if June and the girl, did they land? Are they fine? Are they here? It's like, yeah, don't worry about it. Just do the thing. We're gonna get this on the road. And it's like all intertwined with just producing. It's like, oh, we're gonna go a bit long before the second break, and we're gonna do this next. So it's like a nice mix of just what happens between in the break and in his head, basically what he's concerned about. It's well balanced. I like it a lot. Yeah.
Should we do the second segment then?
I
I think there's nothing more to talk about in this mid part, because I think the second segment is when there's that AI.
Yeah, that just popped up.
Yeah,
I showed it on screen.
yeah. I think the second segment is when they introduce, the counterbalance to Christo, the skeptic
Haig.
character,
Haig.
right?
Yeah.
His name was Haig. Was it? Hold on.
Carmichael Haig.
Yes, yeah, Carmichael.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
I've written down
they
Haig
call
for
him
some
Carr.
reason. It was easier.
Okay, yeah.
Not
yeah.
really. It's the same amount of. Never mind. That guy. Yes.
That guy. Yeah. So Carmichael shows up, and from what I remember, again, it was like 2 months since I've seen the movie. I have a good memory of it because I really liked it, but it has been 2 months. From what I remember, Carmichael was like a former magician, so he knows all the tricks of like how to, like, sleight of hand and how to make a crowd believe in magic. But he's like, nope, I know all the tricks. I know it's all fake. It's all art. There's no actual magic here. And he's now like become almost like a Mythbusters kind of guy, right? Where he goes around
mentions the
debunking
Warrens
stuff.
too, like the Conjuring main characters. Like he
Okay,
actually
yeah.
says that, like, yeah, no, like I went to go do this haunting because they were busy.
Yeah, I think it's an interesting way to put a counterbalance in here, because he knows all the entertainment stuff. It's like, yeah, I was a magician, because he basically says, oh yeah, I know it's all fake, but I'm honest about it, and I'm still putting on a show for people. And yeah, he now made it his life to try to prove the paranormal stuff scientifically, if possible. So he basically has like this foundation going around trying to find solid proof if there's anything going on, if someone claims they can do a thing. And obviously Christo is right there, right? It's like, oh, I'm not like a faker like that guy over there. It's kind of fun because the because Jack told Chris earlier, I was like, hey, he just has a lot of bark, right? Just chill out. Don't give in to him, and he's just gonna get
all
bored.
wax, no wick is how
All
I described
wax,
it.
no
I was
wick,
like,
yeah.
I've never heard that expression before, but it's kind of good.
It is kind of good, yeah. So this debate is one that you see pop up in tons of stories, and it's always a really fun one to see play out when it's done well. Is the debate of the believer versus the skeptic, and how they both analyze evidence. It's always like a fun thing to see the back and forth between these two points of view.
Yeah,
and I think it's neat because we're seeing it from a perspective where we're almost in on the fact that like Christo is very clearly like telling the truth at this point, because they're like, you see things like moving around in his veins. Did you notice that?
Yeah.
Like when he's on the couch here, it's like, well, no, there's clearly something going on with this guy.
Yeah, his status is kind of deteriorating. Christo's. He's just kind of sitting there, goes like, just coughing. Oh, another fun bit I just remembered. When they go to break, he has like, oh, you need something to drink. You want like a bourbon or something? He's like, just water is fine. And the Lear's just like, well, just water here. I'll see what I can do.
Yeah, like I don't know. Do we have water here? I know we have bourbon. That was good, yeah.
And yeah, apparently the thing is that Haig that he does like, well, I have this check on me at all times, over 100,000. If you can prove me wrong that there is actually some supernatural stuff going on, you can have it and you can do the thing. So that's kind of comes another thing where it's like, oh, you better want to try to prove him wrong so you get that cash. And at this point, Christo just gets angry at him because he keeps like nagging him on. It's like, oh, look at this, just be honest about it. You're just a faker, just like me. Like it's kind of interesting because he doesn't really put himself above him. He's just like, hey, come on, I know what you're doing. Like we're in the same boat, but I'm honest about it. Like I'm telling everybody it's like just a trickery, right? Like I can do this.
Yeah, I know your methods. We do the same stuff.
And that's the interesting thing because every time something happens, it's like, oh, that's just this thing and that thing. And at some point, a little bit later on in the movie, he actually does a thing where you go like, oh shit, maybe they have been tricking us with hypnosis or something. It's quite fun.
Yeah, I love that ultimately Haig has supernatural hypnosis abilities.
Yeah, he has like some crazy hypnosis powers. I think he's also like introduced as being like the first one who did mass hypnosis to like a whole audience.
Yeah,
or
they do at least mention it earlier on.
Yeah,
right.
And he does that later. It's kind of interesting thing as a device here. But yeah, Christo gets like fucked off. He's like, whatever, I'm gonna leave now, and he just tries to like he's already angry because he's like not doing well, and he starts like coughing crazy. He's like, he's like in pain, and he just kind of lies on the floor and just starts retching, and like, shit, what's going on? Then all of a sudden he just he pukes like some black bile, right?
Yeah, the human body cannot contain that much bile. That was
a lot of it.
That was a lot, yeah.
Amount.
And he kind of pukes on Haig's jacket as well. And while he's just going around being angry, he's like, you know what? Hey, if you want to prove me right, here, I'll up it to 500,000, right? Like, here, go do it. But he just kind of pukes bile everywhere, and they just, we're gonna go to break now.
Well, no, they cut to break as he pukes into the camera.
Into the camera.
Oh, really? I didn't even notice that while I was doing the notes.
It's really good, actually.
That's great.
Yeah.
How did I not notice that? That's awesome. Hang on, let me see.
Yeah, like I mean, this movie has like some. It's got some like John Carpenter weird like gore shit.
Oh yeah,
it's like,
he pukes right. So here's the thing: I haven't seen a character like puke gore into a camera since Robo War. All right, that 1988 piece of shit movie.
Yeah, but yeah, he's like
it's not something you usually see. But yeah, he pukes into the camera. They immediately cut to commercial. He's like fucked. They gotta like the medics have to haul him off, and then Carmichael has to get like a new suit, and they have like 2 minutes to change. And this being the second part,
the second break, yeah.
Yeah, sorry. The second break, the producer, I think the producer comes up again and says, "Hey, are you gonna go see the the guy, like the bigwig in the crowd, and he's like, "Are you fucking kidding me?" Like, with the shit that's going
not
down
now.
now, there is no way that I have the time to go fucking see him now. Like, look what just happened to this. Like, look
Yeah.
what just happened.
And I think he just like, I'll justify to him that's like a break that wasn't planned, so we do a next one, I guess. Something like that. Yeah.
Well, I mean, realistically, I think the ratings guy should be like, yeah, I mean, I get it. He's probably got his hands full.
Yeah. So hey, goes towards him. It's like, hey, don't worry, it's just bullshit. Like, it's just a technique. It's called what did they call
Controlled
it?
regurgitation.
Regurgitation. Yeah. It's just
Controlled regurgitation.
It's like,
Yeah,
well,
so
the
he
whole thing.
apparently swallowed a bunch of black water and threw it up later. Like that was just
Yeah.
part of the plan.
Basically, yeah.
And it's like, hey, you know what? You probably did it with him. Like, I don't even blame you if you planned this because it's fucking amazing for ratings to do the whole thingy. So yeah, I get it. Good shit. And this is also where he tells him to introduce him to the club. It's like that he's been a part of.
Yeah, the Grove. Yeah,
The Grove. Yeah.
Yeah.
I keep forgetting the names. Sorry.
So they don't reveal it. They don't reveal it on camera, like during the show, but they do. At this point, they do basically say that we have to bring Christopher to the hospital because like he's fucked. And
yeah. He's well. They say before the break, so, he's getting checked out by medical staff in the back.
Yeah, the
and then
paramedics
that's
are
it. But like we know he goes to the hospital. Like, 'cause, like he's
Well, he goes on his way to the hospital.
Yeah, he tries to go to the hospital. We also see June for the first time. He tries to go to her before the break ends, but it's already too late. And I think Leo also tells him that the ratings are going all right already, and he's like, "Oh, that's good. That's good news." That's like another thing.
it's-
Like while this all is happening, the ratings just get better and better because it just gets more insane by the minute.
Yeah. And this is the thing, like you can tell that he's pretty clearly torn because he has an inkling something's going wrong here,
Mhm.
but he keeps hearing, "Listen, the ratings are up. The ratings are up, dude. Like you can't fucking stop."
Yeah.
And this is why
Yeah.
I compared them to YouTubers because you get these fucking like IRL streamers who go around starting fights and like getting the shit kicked out of
Dude,
them, getting
okay.
arrested.
These
But oh my
guys-
god, their views are so high.
Yeah,
These
'cause
fucking
well,
guys-
I mean, if you're used to getting 200 views on a live stream and then all of a sudden you're getting 30,000, I think like they're the kind of personality types that'll be like, well, I guess I should keep doing what I'm doing.
Yeah, it's funny you mention them because I've been watching a lot of like the commentary YouTube stuff, like Turkey Tom and stuff, where they go over these people.
Turkey Tom's so good.
Yeah.
Man, and you have these fuckers
I
who
like
get
Tom,
like
yeah.
these they go around, piss off people, but also have like security with them, like huge mountains of people, you know, and then they go like, look at you pussy, ha, and it's like, you motherfucker. Like, what? I guarantee you, one day one of these guys just gets shot up straight if they go too far.
Oh, yeah.
Like, it's bound to
Gundam
happen.
was actually he was covering that Johnny Somali guy in Japan. That was wild.
Oh,
too.
God.
Oh my, yeah, he got arrested for that shit.
He did, yeah.
I think he eventually got deported. I don't think he's there anymore.
Yeah.
I mean, no, he later went to Israel and got arrested in Israel.
That's
I didn't even know
hilarious.
that.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe he's doing like
After he
his-
got kicked out of Japan, he's like, you know what? Maybe I should go to Israel. That's big in the news right now. Goes to Israel, gets arrested. Like, oh, you're a fucking moron.
trying to set a new record. Maybe get arrested everywhere.
Well, I
Get
mean,
arrested
but
in
like,
every
I
country.
guess you gotta see from his perspective. That's what's paying his bills right now is going to other countries, starting shit, ending up in jail, and then getting deported.
Jesus.
I mean, it's a weird thing to have as your thing, but
Yeah.
like that's why you gotta watch what you do on YouTube. You know, like you make things that you can stand behind years later. Don't be like, well, I'm gonna walk into someone's house and just see if they locked their door, and if they didn't, I'm just gonna like say what's up and look around and then leave. Like, no, don't do that.
Yeah. I don't know. It's just.
Oh yeah, that's okay. I looked at what happened. So there was like some sort of protest or something going on related to the Israel-Palestine thing, right? And Johnny Somali was there, and there was like to be honest, a pretty hot female police officer who was like involved. And Johnny Somali goes up, starts hitting on her. You know, she ignores him. He starts like getting a bit more vulgar about it. And then like this 6'6"
God.
Giga Chad police officer comes over and
I
just
did
like
see
fucking
that. Oh, I remember this.
just
Yeah,
like
yeah,
palms his face into the fucking ground.
So, okay, the thing that you really need to understand about where you are in the world there is every single person in Israel requires, I believe, 2 years, sorry, of military service, which
Damn.
means the
Yep.
people who then become cops already know that they're cut out for that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
You do not want
Yeah.
to get arrested in Israel.
Jesus.
Yeah, so like he basically like the police just fucking took him down like with a fair amount of violence and then arrested him.
Mhm.
And I think he got deported. But like they didn't give a fuck. They're just like, nope, you're going down, buddy.
Goddamn. Also, keep talking for a sec. I'll be right back.
Yeah. Long story short, though, don't go to countries and do crazy stuff. Next week, though, Metal and I are doing a pre-record, and we're going to be talking about our Steam Next Fest demos. So, Dev, why don't you tell some of the audience about the games you were playing? Because I don't believe you'll be on that episode, but hey, maybe we can get a little preview by having a guest star for next week.
Just
that's
you know, if it's
happening
pre-recorded,
now.
just cut this part in.
Oh yeah, you're right. Here we go. Dev,
you can
what
just
are
cut it
your
in.
favorite demos you've been playing?
What are my favorite? I've been here the whole time and I haven't said a single thing, guys. That's how it is. Make sure to actually cut this in so I'm like a retard.
I can do it.
Okay. I played World's Worst Handyman, and that's like a little indie game where basically it's got like a corporate art style. It feels, kind of progressive. You know what I mean, right? Like it's kind of goofy
Yeah.
and it has like the representation and all that, but it actually is a fun game because it's basically a lighthearted stealth game where you have to, it's like someone hires you to fix their toilet in every single level, and the house is like a maze. And there's like wandering maids who will like chase you around and kick you out if they find you. So you gotta like stealth around, find keys, open doors, fix toilet. Like there's.
Why are you
It's a
secretly
fun little
fixing
game.
the toilets?
Because you are a handyman, I guess.
No, but I mean, why is it a secret? Why do the maids want to stop you?
Because they're grumpy, I guess.
Oh, okay. Checks out.
Then we played Anton Blast, and Anton Blast is basically it is a Wario alike, which is what Pizza Tower was. It's a game where you run
Mini games. Yeah.
and you run really fast and you smash through things. You pretty much have infinite health in these types of games, but the idea is like it's the fast movement that people really like in these games. Mark of the Deep, which was just some terrible top-down brawler that just fucking sucked and is completely generic. Motor Doom, which is like a Twisted Metal alike, made in the PS1 style. It was really fun, but it was an alpha, so it's like very early, and you could tell it was an alpha.
Mhm.
And I played We Took That Trip, which is one of those indie walking simulators, and it was honestly really fucking annoying because like there was at the very start of the game, you like wake up on the beach, you're like, I'm done vacationing, go over to my van. You go over to the van, and the van you have to like actually drive it like a car, so you got to put it in gear, and you have to like make sure that the parking brake is off.
Didn't
But
know I was
also, like,
playing
it
Euro
had-
Truck Simulator.
It has a Mr. Fusion style like fuel system like from Back to the Future. So as you drive along, you got to stop and pick up garbage and put it in the Mr. Fusion to get more fuel. And then you have to like if the car won't start, you have to like push alongside it to get it going and then start it up, like hop in while it's rolling. Like it was honestly, I know the point of the game is to just play around with the intricacies of the van, but the van was so fucking annoying and half the shit didn't work, so it was a demo. I said, I'm just gonna stop. I'm just gonna walk. I'll just walk along this road. Fuck it. So I just abandoned the van, walk along the road, and after about 10 minutes of walking, I realized that the game actually only generates the world around the van, so you just fall out of the world eventually.
Oh man.
I was like, oh, okay.
So wait, it wasn't a walking simulator. It was a driving game. You just played it like a walking simulator.
Yes, but it was a terrible driving game. And then the final game that I played was Forgotten but Unbroken, which was like a war shooter. However, it turns out that it was actually a crypto miner, because as soon as I turned it on, the CPU and GPU usage on my machine like spiked up to 100% instantly. And it drew so much power that my battery, like my streaming battery bank started going off, and like they started audibly beeping about how much power was being drawn.
Damn.
I was like, oh, okay. So that was my demo experience.
Yeah. Wait, did you say we pre-record the next Forge? I didn't mean to I just wanted to stream it on Wednesday, by the way.
Oh, okay. I thought we were doing a pre-recording.
No,
and
we could
airing
just
it on
stream
Sunday.
it. No, we can just stream it.
I
Oh
actually just answered that in the
no!
chat.
What?
Now
crap.
my thing won't be cut in.
Okay, well, I mean, so there you go. It was bonus content for this episode, everybody. We're pivoting.
Wait, what? Wait, what? Are you making
So
plans
basically,
without me? What is happening?
No. I
Yeah,
asked-
So the plan was, if you guys were gonna pre-record your demos from Summer Games Fest,
Yeah.
he was gonna cut in this segment and put it in your next episode.
Yeah,
Oh,
while you
when
were
Dev was
gone.
just explaining his demos really quick. I was just gonna like throw it in the middle. But yeah, I guess I sorry, I didn't. We'd never done that before though. Usually, if we're gonna miss a Sunday, we just pre-record during the week and then air it at the same time. But I'm cool with doing the stream on Sunday too.
Yeah, we can just do.
Or I mean on Wednesday.
Yeah, we can just do a stream.
But yeah, so those were Dev's games.
Yeah, Metal
but
Dev's
unless
now
did you
full
have any others
co-host
that
and
you
you
really
only
wanted to
cover
bring up to
politics
tell
now.
people?
Oh, okay, damn.
Yeah. Hey, well, I don't know. I think this has been a pretty well-rounded episode.
Time to
Talking
do
about
some
a good
research
nerd.
on all kinds of politics. That's the downfall of Metal Commander right there. Getting cancelled instantly.
Hey, we weren't talking about politics. We were talking about video games.
No, someone was doing a meme.
Ah, okay.
Dev's now full coast and you only cover politics now. That's what's...
Oh, okay.
I mean, I can't talk about
like, I
I
thought
can't
maybe
talk.
we were just talking about politics. I was like, we did, I guess, a little bit earlier, but now we're just
Listen, I have
video
some-
game stuff.
I have some pre baggage to carry. I'm German. I can't just talk about politics just like that. People are gonna get suspicious immediately. It's like, what do you mean by that? It's like, I don't know. I just like that cookie. Oh, why that cookie? Is it because it only
Because
has
There's a
white
swastika
chocolate
on
metal?
it. That's why.
Oh God.
Okay, so
Anyway.
we were at. Oh yeah,
The end of the second interstitial, I believe.
Yes,
Right.
because
There you go.
now
Well, that's that word again.
now they go like, we're gonna talk with Dr. June Ross Mitchell, because she wrote the book Conversations with the Devil. But before they do that, they show us a
another
tape.
little documentary.
Yeah, a tape about the cult
within
of
a tape.
Abraxas. I don't know if they call it that, but this was like they worship the devil, the demon man Abraxas.
Yes, who is a real figure, by the way.
Oh, he exists like in actuality. There's actually a demon named Abraxas.
There is a demon called Abraxas, and it is the source of the term abracadabra, apparently, as well.
No, like in real life.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's my buddy. He
Like, I
knows
mean,
that.
No,
like, I don't
okay,
know if
okay.
it's real, but like, I know that people have written about it like thousands of years ago. I
Yes,
mean,
yeah. In terms of in terms of like Abraxas exists insofar as he's a
as
demon
it is,
in
as it's
demonology
not, it was not
in other
written
stories.
for this
Yeah.
movie. Yes, it was
Yes.
like, but like no, like it was a figure that apparently is supposed to effectively be, at least from what I was able to glean from what I looked into it, which granted wasn't a whole lot, is that Abraxas is supposed to be like a higher order evil being, so like a different type of existence than even God and Satan would be. So effectively, it's the concept of evil in a way that. So basically, I guess the deal is here is that they were trying to commune with Satan by talking to the force that guides Satan. Is sort of what was happening in this movie. But yeah, apparently that's like sort of what the concept of Abraxas is like. And they never specifically say that the thing that like Mr. Wriggles is Lucifer, but I think like the implication is that it's sort of supposed to be. But because it's called Late Night with the Devil, right?
Yeah. So I have heard of Abraxas because it's been used in other things, like other stories that I've watched or read. And the case with most Christian demons that actually have names and identities is that usually they are just gods from other societies that the Catholics just said, oh, they're a demon.
Nice.
Well, I
Like-
mean, like, are you talking about like the Carthaginians and like Baal or Baal?
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, so that like let's just say I went down a bunch of rabbit holes about like human sacrifice stuff, but yeah, I think it's probably a good thing that the Canaanite religion was not something that carried on until today, based on what they were doing. If you look at
Well,
it,
sure,
all.
sure.
Like,
But what I
talking
mean
about,
is
like breeding babies in order to sacrifice them.
Oh no, I understand that. It seems like most of the time, because I don't think there's actually mention to specific demonic entities aside from Lucifer in the Bible. I don't think that's in there. It might be, but I don't think so. I think most of the actual like canon demons in the Catholic faith are just Catholic judgments of non-Christian religions and their gods, and that just kind of became like a list of demons that Christians call upon nowadays.
Well, but I
Anyway.
think it kind of exists in the way that our god could exist, but Cthulhu exists on a plane outside of like our reality, right? So it's like, there are forces that are more powerful than our deities, kind of is like what it seemed to be from what I could glean from the Abraxas story. So that like the deal is it's more like more the concept of evil itself, and like I don't know. I guess I'm not explaining it very well, but maybe I'll do some more research and get back to you on it.
Yeah, I want to see
It's
that
weird stuff,
religion
I'll
tier
say that
list
much.
next week, please.
Yeah, religion tier list.
Religion tier list and their demons.
There's also a lot of owl imagery here, and that's
Yes.
that's another thing that's. Oh yeah, the show is actually called Night Owls too.
It is.
Yep. So basically what happens here in the footage that you're showing is there's a cult going down somewhere in LA, and they rescue this little girl from the cult. However, the cult was like a 1970s hippie demon cult, so it was very clearly like one older dude with a giant beard and then like 20 nubile sister wives
Mm-hmm.
that he was fucking all of them, obviously. And like they were doing like animal sacrifice and human sacrifice, and like something went down, the house burned down, and they managed to pull one survivor out.
Yeah.
From
Well,
the
the
cult.
house burned down because the FBI was raiding the place, and they'd like sieged it for 3 days.
Right.
Right.
So,
And
but they decided to basically immolate themselves, and then there was one girl that was totally unharmed.
Yeah. Who just was called just Lily.
Yep. Which,
Then
I
they
mean,
have a
like,
little sound
also, Lil- like-
sound snippet going on where they do an interview, but it all just ends with cutting out and demon screams. So that's good.
Yep. And so the doctor, is it Jane?
June.
June. I
June.
think.
June. Yeah, so June is a parapsychologist who has been working with Lily to try and like acclimate her back to normal life as best as she can, even like I said, because she believes that there's actually a demon inside of her.
Mm-hmm.
I guess the issue here is that since we're doing the skeptic versus believer story, right? You have June's position in the story is of someone who was a skeptic and is now a believer.
Yeah.
So, yeah, used to think like the skeptic character. What was his name again?
He's
Carmichael,
she's the
yeah.
next step from Carmichael. So you have the believer that starts as Christu. Then you have the person who was a believer who became a skeptic. That's you got Carmichael, and now June is the skeptic who became a believer.
Yep.
Yes. So they come on stage, and again we have like the static thingy happening. Like right before she enters the frame, there's like a little flicker going on, and you're like, oh, okay, I see what's going on. Let's see, and yeah, she seems like instantly super creepy, because she. Actually,
She almost overacts it, you know. She's like looking at the camera, like, "Yes, hello. It's very nice to see you."
Oh, there's a specific place right before they go to the next break, which I'm gonna mention when we get there, which almost made me shit myself.
Gnostics. That's who has like Abraxas and stuff. The Gnostics. I was like, fuck.
Yeah.
What was the name of the
Okay.
group that had the religion that talked about these? It was the Gnostics.
Because she starts talking because Jack just asks her stuff like, "Oh, have you ever watched my show before?" It's like, "No, I'm normally in bed by now, but I know who you are, Mr. Delroy." And it's like, "Oh, please, you can call me Jack." And then she just says, "June says you're very handsome, Jack. You're the man whose wife died of cancer." And you're like, "God damn, little girl, you're creepy as fuck." And then because June, I'm just reading from the transcript right now because the way she talks is just creepy. And then June goes like, "Lily, I don't think Jack wants to. I was very sad when I heard about that." That's Lily again. "I know what it's like to lose people who are close to you. It's lonely at first, but you'll get through." And it's like, oh, that's wise words from someone so young. And it's like, yeah, Lily has been through more in her 13 years than most adults go through in a lifetime. And then she goes on to say, "And you needn't worry about your TV show. I think you're gonna be very famous soon. And it's like, wow, thank you for the reassurance. I was beginning to wonder, Gus. He's like, me too. And it's like, ha, funny. And it's like, oh, well, we're gonna go to break. And yeah, that's the thing, what they do. So that's what it is. And this is where they go to the break, and I'm gonna let me see this thingy right now. Where is it? There's like a specific. There it is. Look, just look at this. Like they goes like, oh, we gotta go to break. It just looks like this into the camera. Like she looks basically straight at
she's
you.
she's eye locking the camera pretty much at all times. She thinks she doesn't seem to understand how humans work. Like she's just like, oh, I'm on TV. I guess I should be looking at the camera. And she's speaking to Jack, but she's looking directly in the camera and not blinking to the degree that people accuse me of.
Yeah, because the thing is, I was looking at her, and it was like such a like intense thing. It was like, is there gonna be a jump scare happening soon? Like, why is this so intense right now? And I almost shit myself because when this was happening, my phone lit up. I was like, holy shit. I was like, oh, okay. My phone. It was like perfectly timed. So I was like,
well, this is what I mean about the show, like really, no, sorry, the movie doing a very good job at holding on to its tension, because, well, we all know like she stares at the camera enough to know that a jump scare will happen eventually, and it does. But like they really build it up because she stares at the camera like maybe like a dozen times before it finally happens.
Yeah.
No, she stops after because when they go, oh, what camera do I look now? Look at now. It's like, oh no, we're off the air. You don't need to look at. You can just look straight at me or whatever. It's fine. And I think stops
like
after
he says that when they're on the show. Like he says, no, you can just look at me. It's okay. You can talk to me. But after when they go to break, she's like, what camera do I look at now? Mm-hmm. Because it's like she doesn't know that she can just look wherever she wants when she's not on the show. So she's like, you're
also,
getting up,
I
so
noticed
what
that
camera
like
do I look at?
I think during the break she even looks at the camera during the break.
She does,
which is not supposed to be a camera. It's just like, oh, okay.
Yeah, there's a few things happening in the behind the scenes footage, like oh, I guess it actually happened earlier when he's talking to the producer and they walk by the mirror.
Yeah, I keep seeing people talk about that, but I didn't see it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, well, I mean, I guess here I have it handy. Oh, you guys can keep talking. I'll grab the picture.
Because he's like, oh, we're just going to break now. We're going to make ourselves look pretty again. He just starts to walk off, and I think she changes her voice there and just goes like, aren't I already pretty? And I think it's the voice of the wife, the dead wife.
It's his wife's voice, yeah.
Yeah, and he stops. He's like, oh. Like at this point, I was on.
No, I shared the picture I took. Granted, this is my phone. Like you see it a lot more clearly, but you'll be able to tell.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because that's like the bald. Yeah.
Yeah, I have one.
No, he just walks by that mirror, and that's the thing about watching movies like this twice. I saw that, and I was like, "Oh shit!" Like, I was like, "Man."
There's a smaller one later on as well that I sent you.
Yeah, and I think that's kind of what got me thinking I should watch it again. Actually, there might be things I've missed.
Dude, since Bly Manor, when I watch movies like this, I just keep looking in the background sometimes. It's like, maybe something's happening that could be cool.
Are they doing stuff back there?
Oh. Where's I lost my OBS. Oh, there it is. There we go.
So for those who have not seen the movie that are just checking this out, remember that his wife had lung cancer.
Yeah, so she's back
and
here.
That is supposed to be a mirror that if it's picking up anything, it should be his reflection going by it. But yeah, it's just the wife's ghost looking right at him.
Yep.
So yeah, it's a movie with some visual density.
It's pretty cool. I like stuff like this. I really do. Yeah, so they go to Breakaroonies now. Yeah, they finally he gets to talk to June, and she tells him, well, Lydia's become more and more unpredictable, and kept saying Jack's name, And he's like, well, yeah, she was excited for the show, I guess. Like, no, like she recalled something. Like, it's really weird, and like the just tons of indicators that something is going on. Like, it's like, I don't like, this is weird. We probably shouldn't do this anymore. It's like, well, you're here now, so we at least need to finish this show. Is basically the idea.
Yeah.
And even you get like some hints that might be something going on between them, because he seems kind of concerned if they landed safely or whatever. And even when they first greet each other, they have like a little look, like it's like a little hey. It's like, oh, there's something going on.
They give the impression that that their communication at the very least has been flirty in its like style, I suppose. So that this is the first time they're meeting, but it's also like, yeah, there's an implication that something might happen there.
No, I think they've met before. They had like something going on already.
I thought he just got sent the book.
No, the whole thing, like when the demon thing is around, she talks about how they fucked each other already and stuff. No.
That. She said they want to. I'm pretty sure she's referring to them wanting to. That because all she says is like, she thinks you're very pretty, Mr. Delroy. Or like very handsome, I guess.
Okay, I thought.
And then Jack and June went up the hill to fuck each other.
Right.
We're spoiling a little there.
But yeah, they have like the whole thing going. He tries to get Ghost like Roy's like, no, not right now. But yeah, we now get the information right after this. Christo fucking died. He's dead.
Yep.
And as Leo put it, he was spewing black goop from everywhere.
Yeah, and they kind of, every other time Christo's death is referred to, they say he vomited his guts out. Like, they just say vomiting. So I kind of wonder, I was like, which one's telling the truth? Like, did he start hemorrhaging from like every orifice?
Yeah.
Or like, because I mean, that's it's a lot scarier.
Yeah, that's kind of
even for the paramedic. I can imagine being on that truck and just losing my shit.
Like, I don't have that many bandages.
I was like, well, this is like I quit. I was about to say I'm gonna go home, but that's it. I can't do this job ever again.
Oh man, there's like a hilarious YouTube channel run by a paramedic who details like the most nightmarish stories. Not like in terms of being sad or anything, but just like the messiest stories from like the back of his ambulance.
Well, yeah,
like, oh yeah, isn't it great when you pick someone up and he's just covered in shit? It's like, oh.
Yeah, I mean, I was just gonna say, I don't know if you know this about me, but I'm an Army medic, and part of our training is we have to actually like work on the road. So I've like actually worked EMS in both Toronto and Hamilton, and yeah, you rack up some stories. I'll say that much.
Yeah. You get to know those guys who call you up like every week because he's always like drunk and passed out and has to go to the hospital.
Oh no!
Yeah,
you get the regulars, you know.
We call those frequent flyers.
Frequent flyers. Oh boy.
I mean, honestly, there was one lady who she would call 911 when she was at the convenience store because she knew that her house was close to the hospital, and she would always just bail the second we got there. And I was like, "Can we just not take her?" They're like, "No, we have to take her."
Yeah.
Oh, God. Well, don't you charge her though?
I think it's like they do, but for people like her, because like she's so low income and like I guess they just don't. Like, I mean, no one wants to like actually sue that lady because it's like, what's she gonna do? She's not gonna pay us. Like, doesn't have any money. But I don't know. Like, I mean, the paramedics, we just gotta respond to the calls, right? Like, I mean,
yeah,
who's paying for it isn't really our problem.
So yeah, they know.
So yeah, he died on the way basically, yeah.
Yeah, and he basically like, okay, keep it a low profile. Don't nobody needs to know. It's gonna freak everybody out. So just keep it low when we just finish the show. Because Gus again is like, we should fucking stop the show. Like, this is insane. It's like, nope, not happening. And yeah, they.
Well, no, like he does seem conflicted. Like, he seems like he can't, like, he might want to stop the show, but he ultimately doesn't. He continues on, you know.
No, Gus.
He continues on past the point he should, obviously.
No, I'm talking about Gus, the sidekick man.
Yeah, he wants to stop the show completely. Yeah,
that's a guy, man. Jack, obviously, he's like, oh, we need to go on. But yeah, and that's the breakage, and there's also some smaller details where the guy who's in charge of all the cameras the thing I I mentioned earlier already. It's like, oh yeah, I can't see the things you're talking about. Just keep switching the cameras, and I take care of the rest. Yeah, and now they go back on the air, and I think this is this is where she talks about how she's like the socialist, parasocialist,
Parasocialist, no, parapsychologist.
psychologist.
That's good. But she does say that she
Listen,
was
listen.
a
All
Stanford
socialism is
research student.
parasocialism. You understand?
But like when he questions her, she's like, "What, from the University of," like, she basically
University of
sorry,
Hogwash?
Carmichael. Yeah, Carmichael just says like you got a bullshit degree from a nonsense university, and she's like, "No, from Stanford Institute of Research."
Yeah.
So like it's not like it's an Ivy League school. It's not like it's a real subject that they have there, at least in this world. I don't know if that actually happened, but she's got a real PhD in it.
Yeah, and they just kind of talk about that for a while, and then at some point the theremin starts, because they had like a theremin earlier in the show. It's like, oh look, we can make the spooky noise with this, and this the theremin starts making noises like really loudly.
Yeah, his theremin starts going nuts.
Starts breaking stuff, and this is where I have the other picture. Let me just throw that up.
It's also the first time we see the CGI effects in the movie that I found were a bit hit or miss, although I didn't hate them. And I appreciate it at least because, again, the theremin going nuts kind of ties into the whole, like, the Mr. Wriggles traveling through, like, radio signals, essentially. Oh, yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
There's the other one.
Let me open that.
And you know what? That one's actually very clear when you're looking for it.
Yeah.
Because I think you're looking at the exploding glass on the right, and it was the first time you watch it, but that specific shot it just cuts in, and it's the only like full-blown close-up of the table.
Yeah. Let me zoom in here a little bit so you can see it here. Chatteroonies. You can see his dead wife here. It's probably half a second. It pans over it really quickly, but I was like, was there something there? I think there was something there. And then I went back and I was like, yes, there's something here. So I was like, oh, that's cool.
So Chad, if you guys see on the right side of the frame, though, there's that exploding glass, and that draws your attention. So you're less likely to see Madeline.
Yes. So yeah, just another nice little detail they put in here. Very cool. Also, I started when they showed the theremin the first time in the show, I started laughing because there was a theremin in the Smiling Friends episode, the recent one, and a theremin is nothing I come across very often in general. So just having those twice in a week was just, I don't know, what was funny to me. Might just be me, but I don't know. I legit started laughing for some reason. Like, really, another theremin? Let's see. Yeah, they do the whole thing that, well, yeah, Haig just says it's just all bollocks, and then Jack just asks Lily about the demons. Like, hey, did you give him a name? I was like, yeah, I call him Mr. Wriggles, as Mark already pointed out earlier.
Yeah.
And yeah, after the theremin starts, the things like, what was? Oh, right. No, I just lost my train of thought here for a second. Haig was like, oh, you know what? It doesn't matter. Because he walked up there and just took the electricity out of it. He's like, it was just reverberating and looping back and back through your sound system and destroyed everything.
He basically thought the theremin was being picked up by their microphones, and it was causing feedback, and that's what caused the theremin to generate visible lightning.
Yeah, but then Lily just straight up says like, no, that was Mr. Wriggles. That's not a loop back at all. It's like, okay.
Yeah, Lily's pretty great.
Yeah, it's like, no, that was Mr. Wriggles, obviously, dumbass.
So this is the scene where where the skeptic is going around saying, okay, well, here's how this trick was done. Here's how this trick was done.
Mm-hmm.
Here's how this trick was done, which is like a core component of this type of story. And then eventually he has to kind of be put in his place a bit by something that is explicitly supernatural, which I think is the next segment, isn't it?
Pretty much, because Jack now goes like,
Yes.
hey, can we, is there a chance that we can invite Mr. Wriggles on the show? And June is like, no, that's too dangerous. Like, we need like a proper environment. And then Haig's like, oh, is this not
lights
contained
and
enough for you here in the studio? And
and you can just see, like, it doesn't happen on screen, but you can definitely see the host like looks looks off to the side and he sees the producer just like a thumbs up.
Yeah.
The ratings are great.
Absolutely, we do that.
Keep doing what you're doing. Open a portal to hell, baby. Let's do this.
Yeah. And well, she basically gets forced into this. Like, yeah, you know what? If everyone in the crew and even Mr. Haig over there is cooperative, we can do it. But we need restraints on this chair, and then we can do it next. And June basically is like, "Wow, you ambushed me, you dickhead! Why would you do that?" As soon as they go off the air. And yeah, whatever.
Yeah,
We're gonna prep
it's
now.
at this point where it seems like he's almost at this point now he's like completely committed to the chasing after ratings position. He knows something's going wrong, but he's just like blinded to the fact that this is his way back. So he's like,
Yes.
I don't care if I ambushed you. We're doing it.
We're doing it live. So yeah, she gets put on the chair and put in restraints. And the interesting thing is, Lily is like excited. She's giddy. It's like, oh yeah, we're gonna get Mr. Wriggles now. It's gonna be fantastic. It's gonna be a great time. Which is already just puts her into the more creepy category. It's like, why are you so? This is like it's a demon. Why are you so excited about this? You freaky little.
It's clear it's not very
bitch.
scary to her directly. She's like, it's just he's my friend.
It's my homie, Mr. Wriggles. And now Gus is like we gotta fucking stop. Like the crew is revolting. People are threatening to leave. This is insane. Like, you don't know what you're dealing with. Like, people are about to jump ship. And also, I know about Christou. It's like, fuck, who else does know? It's like, word goes around very quickly in the studio. So there's a bunch of people who know. And Jack's like, basically tells him, well, calm the fuck down. I'm just trying to get just trying to keep the fucking show on the air so we don't lose our jobs here, but is basically what he says.
Yeah.
And he says, like,
Which,
if things go bad,
same time,
you can
in a bubble,
go...
reasonable concern.
Yeah, it's like, if things go bad, you can just go right through that door. I'm not going to say anything. Just go right ahead. But we're doing this now.
Yeah. Was this the part where like staff members started walking off the show?
I think that's after the actual demon. This is where he says people are threatening to leave because they're like, this is like too crazy for us right now.
Right.
And yeah, they basically just start the next segment with, well, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna summon a fucking demon now. That's basically what's going on. And
there's when I was watching it and he was like seriously speaking into the camera,
Yeah.
he's like, we're about to summon the demon. I was like looking at this and I'm just like, man, he's trying so hard to like be serious about this, but you can just tell this reeks of desperation.
Yeah, he's nervous for sure.
Well, because I think there is a part of, as like Dev was mentioning about the different aspects of his personality, there's a part of him that doesn't believe any of this is actually real. Like, I think he is kind of on board with like, yeah, I went to the woods with the society and I did the ceremony and whatnot, but I mean, come on, it's all just nonsense, right? It's a club. Like, they're supposed to just pull strings for me. That's the deal, right? But no, not really.
Yeah, and at this point, he still had like some things to latch onto, where he's just like, oh, this was like a weird technique that they used, and this was the producer man and everything. Oh shit, I just realized another detail. God damn it. You could see Gus in the background making a little cross before they start summoning the demon.
Yeah, he does the sign of the cross. Yeah.
Oh, it's good. It's a good movie. I really like this movie.
Yeah, this movie's great.
And then they just make Mr. Wriggles appear. She does like some stuffs like, just focus on me, go to sleep, go just rest, let him out and stuff like this.
To be honest, it's all very. It's all stuff we've seen before in other horror movies, right?
Right.
Like she like contorts herself and she does the jump scare and has like the demon voice. Like, it's all very normal, kind of.
Yeah, she starts
demon
floating.
appearance in a young girl. Yeah.
Well, I'm okay. It wasn't a bad jump scare. I guess you're talking about the bite.
Hold on.
Well, the bite is happening. They have like a couple of frames where she has like a big mouth with gross fang.
Yeah, I
teeth.
put it in the chat if you want to pull it up.
Yeah, no, she tries to bite June.
Yeah,
Right?
and like,
Like-
they clearly CG'd her face just for this one quick take,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
this one
it's
shot
like
because
like-
this is the jump scare shot.
3 frames maybe.
Yeah,
But like I don't know, I didn't think it was a cheap jump scare though, because it's in the middle of an intense situation already. Like jump scares, I only find awkward, well, or not awkward, just annoying when it's like we're making the room really quiet, and then we have a big sound, but oh, it's just the person walking into the room. And it's like, hey, you having toast? What are you doing up this late or something? I hate those, the fake out jump scares.
yeah, they did earn this one. Yeah,
Yeah, absolutely. It's not a cheap one. I quite enjoyed it. And yeah, as I said, it's like the demon stuff you'd expect. Like, but you know what? I'm kind of happy if they just go back to basics instead of making some bullshit that doesn't work at all. Just like at this
Yeah, I
point,
mean,
I'm just
like-
happy sometimes when you just keep it simple and don't just destroy their stories with like doing crazy things all the time.
Yeah, oh, and I mean, it does get a little crazy, but this scene is pretty straightforward exorcist stuff. Like, if you've seen
Yeah,
a demon
yeah, it is.
possession in a movie, that's you know what to expect here for as far as like what she's doing. But I think the actress does a great job in like both of her roles as like the possessed version and the creepy kid. She's very creepy and very scary.
Yeah. And yeah, she or I guess the demon realizes, oh, Jack is here, huh? It's like, I don't think we've been acquainted before. So they also, that you can actually see that one short frame of his dead wife here in the before they show the flashback. I thought they put that in after. That's fun. Wait, can you see?
Oh, really? It's there?
Yeah, I just saw it pop up. Now I wonder
no
if you can
shit.
see her as well in the background. Let me just.
I
pause
remember
here.
seeing a
we
frame
can't
flash
see
of-
it unless you take off the Metals Forge thing.
Oh, I'm
I
still
remember
trying to
s-
get the frame.
I do remember seeing a frame flash that I actually did stop on, and it turned out to be the shot of the moon, like through the trees.
Okay, look here. You can see the face
I don't remember
here.
where it happens in the movie.
Oh yeah, that she's there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh shit! I did not see that one. Oh my god, this movie's really great, everybody.
That's fun. I like that stuff. But I don't think you can see her in the background here. Unless it's like one, like legit only one frame where it happens. I would need to go frame by frame for that, but I'm not doing that right now. But yeah, that's like, see, like while we're talking about this, I just see new things. Well, this just in the background. It's just fun.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So at this
details.
point, this is
Good.
when the demon's having a conversation with the host because the demon's like, "Hey, I've met you before. It's back when you were part of that cult, and you
Mhm.
said you were
We met
summoning
amongst the tall
demons."
trees.
Yeah.
Tall
Um,
tree.
And this
redwoods
is
are
this is
very
probably
tall.
like the first real hint that the group that he went to in the forest actually was like a real demon summoning cult or demon worshipping cult.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's good stuff. Let me
It's
see.
also like it's the demon voice, like I was trying to mimic there, as well as the actress's voice. Like it's like double tracked. It sounds pretty
Mhm.
cool.
But yeah, and then she does like the whole thing. It's like fucking each other's brains out, and it's like the whole the thing where the
Yeah,
first
Jack
time,
and June went up the hill to fuck each other's brains out
Yeah.
over and over again.
then the first time they let it through, and the
I think-
second time they bleep it out. It's just fun. Also, let me see. I can get this frame with the face. Yeah, look at it. looks
Yeah.
looks so gross. Look at this.
Yep, just for one quick shot. This is the jump scare shot.
Yeah.
They give her a big mouth with a bunch of teeth.
Yeah, because she's like she actually punched her, like slapped her in the face to get like Lily back out because the demon is just kind of going crazy, just saying rude stuff, and it's going like, "Oh, you all suck," blah blah blah, blah. And then she just slaps him, and the demon just kind of pretends to be gone. And I was like, "Oh, I'm sorry," and he's like, "Ah."
Yeah, why would you hit me?
Why would you hit me? Like, I'm sorry, I just had to get it. Ah!
See, it was just a lull in an intense scene. It wasn't like they go to full blown quiet and then
Yeah.
try to really milk it and then just make a really loud sound.
And then she gets like an owl amulet out and says some Latin stuff, I think. I don't know. Maybe she.
Yeah, she does some kind of incantation which gets the demon out.
Yeah. But not before the demons start floating around a little bit.
Yeah.
Which, that's probably the one CGI that looks a bit iffy. I was like, oh, okay, you can see that's not a big budget, but it doesn't like hurt the movie a lot or
I
anything.
think it's fine. And they lifted her up off the ground.
Yeah.
I get it.
And yeah, but then she comes back and we go to break. And I really enjoy this whole segment. I think it's pretty cool. Even with the shoddy CGI,
really good
they keep it
possession
simple.
sequence.
It's pretty intense. Like everything is quiet. Like the whole audience goes like, oh, and stuff. Yeah, I like this a lot. It's a cool little segment.
Also, you can explain that the lights dimming is Mr. Wriggles, but also if you were a skeptic, you would think that they're dimming the lights so that you don't see like strings that are being attached to the chairs or something.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Yeah, so I think it's this break where people start walking
Yes.
off the set. Like they start losing the cameramen, they start losing like makeup people. People are just going home at this point.
Yeah, absolutely. And at this point, it's like, oh man, this is crazy. We have to go to a break right now. And she just gets June to the side and it's like, yo, this could be like a regular spot or whatever. Like, this is insane. We have to do this like all the time. Like, he's like, for a little bit, he's like in like full host mode.
Well, because like, I mean, if you have a weekly spot where it's like Friday nights, you talk to Satan for a little.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, yeah, I guess people will watch probably.
Then she asks him about the tall trees you guys mentioned already, and he's like, I don't know, you tell me. And just like, she gets like annoyed. It's like, this is not like some parlor trick we're doing here right now. Like, what is happening? But yeah, this is where Gus is like, yo, we need to stop. Like, the three of the crew walked off because this is too intense for them. But before anything else can be said by him, Leo goes around. It's like, Jack, there's going to be an emergency meeting tomorrow morning, and we have like a 35 to 40 share. To be honest, I don't know exactly what those numbers mean, but that means it's good. Like, their ratings are going crazy. And he asked about the guys who were like in in the audience he was supposed to meet. He's like, oh, fuck those guys. All the Fortune 500 will be lining up to witness Jack Delroy's resurrection very soon, so whatever. Fuck that guy.
You've got 40,000 live viewers right now on Twitch.
Yeah.
That's what it is, basically.
Yeah, so they have like very good ratings, and this is where I think after this he goes to June's like, this is like a weekly spot we could do, or like we need to get you on the thing. And they're trying to get her off of the restraints, but they kind of don't get it open. And Jack grabs like the ceremonial dagger from the table.
Ceremonial dagger, yeah.
And
from
just
the Diablo house.
cuts her off
God.
cuts off the restraints. And this is also where Hake finally gets to know that Christu died. So he knows that now as well. And so he gets off the restraints, and like the break just stopped, and he puts the ceremonial dagger right next to him, and my notes just say, that's not gonna end well, is it?
Good old Chekhov's dagger.
So yeah, Hake now is like, wow, Christu actually died. That's insane. But he's basically now, he's going to make it his mission now to prove that this was just all hocus pocus. It's just all bollocks.
Sorry, I thought I was muted.
That's okay.
She's a good puppy.
Let's see. Where was I? I just scrolled from my notes too quickly.
Well, yeah, I think the next sequence of the movie is this is like the skeptic's interrogation of what he just saw,
Yeah.
which is a normal part of this kind of story. So this is when Carmichael comes out and starts saying, okay, so the levitation was obviously wires.
Mhm.
You obviously had like voice recordings or like voice modulation for the demonic voice, makeup and acting. Like
Mhm.
you guys have done a very good job here. You're very talented, but there's nothing supernatural going on here, and that was his view of it.
Yeah.
The broken glass was just like vibrations. Like he has explanations for everything.
Pretty much. Yeah.
He does. He says like their stagecraft was phenomenal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. And he's like, yeah, but did you just see all this shit happening? Like, that was insane. How are you gonna explain this? And he's like, well, he just rubs his little fingers. And he's like, well, fucking watch me. And I'm gonna get some tricks up my sleeve here as well. And he basically does a mass hypnosis that goes to the audience
Including us.
and also
Including the viewers.
the
Yes.
viewers at home.
So this was actually a really interesting sequence because he says, "Listen, I'm going to hypnotize you, Jack." So they set up the situation. He pulls out his I think it was a watch.
Yeah, it's a watch. He
And,
turns like to the thing, but he gets
Yeah, a
Gus,
watch that has the
not
spiral.
Jack. Like Gus is already not on
Right,
board.
Gus,
He doesn't
sorry,
want to be
sorry.
here anymore.
Yeah.
It's like, oh
Why-
yeah, sure,
I was like,
I'll
why are you
volunteer.
picking Gus out of everybody. Poor
Yeah.
guy.
Well, he's the believer, so he's probably the most likely to be hypnotized. He already believes in this stuff.
Hmm.
Well, I guess the idea is but he's also the most likely to want to not want Carmichael to be right, like to not be
It just
on
also
the
just goes
skeptic position.
also goes perfectly with just a whole late night talk show scenario because the sidekick is always the one who gets the shit side of the stick. They always have to do
Yeah, I
like
guess that's true too.
the annoying things. So it's like, oh, you can go and hold that apple while I shoot with an arrow or something. But yeah, he does like
So,
this hypnosis stuff, and yeah. So what we see now is actually us, the viewer, being under hypnosis. I think it's very neatly made. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, another little kind
Yeah.
of break from the found footage. You're supposed to believe this is actually a tape that was discovered, kind of deal.
Yeah,
Because it effectively it breaks the fourth wall, but it does it in order to have us experience what the people in the movie experienced. So it also doesn't, I guess.
yeah.
So first of all, I think it was kind of funny to see. Is it going to happen here? At yeah. The clock becomes like a fucking spiral.
Yeah, it's like, ooh.
That just looks goofy.
Yeah.
It's funny, but it's goofy.
Yeah,
I
it's
mean,
fun.
like, have you ever looked at a spiral like that for? I forget what the timeline is,
I
but
think
it's
it's like
2
30
minutes.
seconds, 60 seconds.
Is it 30
Uh,
seconds?
Something like that. But 2 minutes could be as well. If you like look at the
Yeah.
wall or something, it goes like.
And then the wall is flat out moving. Yeah,
Yeah,
like it really tricks your brain into thinking that the whole world is sort of
It's-
spiraling in a weird way.
It's funny you
But,
mentioned.
yeah,
I was
it's-
wondering if they would do something like this in this scene where you just make a vision go wobbly or something. I think could be.
Yeah,
could have been
I
funny.
actually think the only thing that justifies them even cutting away from the spiral for a second, if they wanted to give the audience that effect, was specifically because they chose to not give the audience that effect.
That's a good point, actually. Yeah.
Because otherwise, it probably would have been more convincing if they did just leave it on the spiral the entire time he was speaking, and then did the cut to with the flash to the watch again.
Yeah, but so he does like the whole thing. Just watch the watch the watch, I guess. Watch the watch. And it's like, oh, do you think you're under hypnosis right now? It's like, no, that's ridiculous. Whatever. And then just like the snap with the fingers, and he was like, And he goes like, oh, you don't like worms, do you? He's like, oh no, they're gross. They have like no eyes and arms, and they're naked. It's gross. And he just is like, oh man, I'm getting itchy, and it's like warm. And then he's like, oh, I need to
Takes off his coat.
takes off his coat, yeah. And he goes like, oh, it's gonna be more itchy and itchy all the time. And he just kind of goes like, oh, what you got there on your throat? It's like, oh yeah, I did nick myself with the razor while I was shaving myself. Well, I was like, oh, did you now? And then it's somebody's like, oh man, but I'm just so itchy all the time, everywhere. What's going on? And at some point, he just basically rips open his belly, and there's just worms coming out. And he's like, ah,
Well,
God.
first they start coming out of his neck, and it's like this goes into full blown like the Thing makeup territory too. Like
Yeah.
it gets pretty crazy.
What's interesting as well, though, and like he does that, he tries to stop the hypnosis with the snap because he's being
Yeah.
very uncomfortable, and it doesn't work at first. And he's like, wait, that's not supposed to happen. And he does like a little movement, like a little magic dance or something. It's like, baba, awaken or something, and that works. And yeah, it's like there's like a big worm coming out of his eye as well. It looks like really nasty.
But the big word comes out of his eye between him trying to snap and him doing the sleep dreamer now awake
Yeah.
thing, that like the incantation. But I thought that. Well, at first I thought it was like I got tricked because I thought, or well, I guess depending on the interpretation, I thought I got tricked because I believe that he did lose control and that this was another really crazy thing that was going down.
Yeah, I think everyone
but I think
thought
the
that.
idea
They
is
did it
he was
pretty well, yeah.
pretending to lose control for a second.
Yeah.
Just so you'd be
Yes.
like, oh yeah, see, I can even make you think that it's really real for real, and that I
Yeah.
I don't even know. Like it's part of what'll sell it. But anytime I can just say these magic words and stop.
Yeah. So what I
Yeah.
also like on top of this, so they do this whole thing. It's like, yeah, this is all hypnosis. It didn't actually happen. I just tricked you. They do a thing where it's like, oh, this probably didn't work on everybody here. So it's like, audience, did somebody actually see worms happening? And just like a couple of them would just hold up their arms.
No,
like,
I
"Yeah,
think
okay."
the only people who didn't see the worms, they said there's a couple of you here, and my theory is that the people were the guys from the Grove, like the skeleton and maybe a few of the other dudes that you see in the costumes at the end.
You think so?
Because
Because
well,
I think
'cause
it just didn't work on a few people
Yeah.
because it wouldn't, you know?
Well, but the
But
thing
it-
is though, because the only other person it doesn't work on is Lily. Like Lily just says, "Why is Gus acting so
Yeah,
silly?"
yeah.
Like she doesn't even know what they're doing. She's like, "What the hell? Like what even is this?" So
Yeah, but everyone
I
else
think
in
it
the
was-
audience and the staff, they all get hypnotized. Like the host, June gets hypnotized, and so they actually pull up like a play-by-play of what just happened
Yeah.
to review it, and they show like a completely different series of events where Gus was hypnotized, and there was no worms.
Yeah, he
It's
just
just-
kind of goes around. It's like, ooh, look at me, silly me.
Yep.
And Gus is like super embarrassed, like, oh man, I look like an ass here. God damn.
Yeah, and then this is something that pays off from earlier because they said that Carmichael had basically invented like a crowd hypnosis,
Yes.
and that's what he
Yeah.
just did. And he says, "Listen, I just did it to all of you. So yes, you all the cameras don't lie, but you all thought you saw worms come out of this man, and it didn't happen."
Yeah. And everybody in chat is probably right now. But guys, why don't they just watch back the footage of the other thing? And
So
I'll tell
glad you
you,
asked.
remember, I said this is a good movie because that's exactly what they do.
Yeah.
Yep. So because someone brings that up, yeah. Someone says, "Well, we can do that too with the other events." So they bring it up.
Yeah, Lily actually
they
says
go back.
that. It's the funny
Yep.
thing. It's like, oh, if you're willing to do this, we should probably do the same thing for our thing,
Yeah.
right? It's
She
like,
she sees that and she's like, "Oh, I gotcha."
yep.
Yep. So they rewind it back, and what they discover is the ghost of Jack's dead cancer-ridden wife
Yeah.
floating around behind him, watching the events.
And I think what's crazier is for the skeptic then latched onto that as a way out, a way to explain that he's just in on the trickery and it's all just trickery. Like how else would they have gotten a frame of Madeline in there if it were not for Jack setting this all up?
Yeah. Just did
Well,
like
it's
So oddly
also-
enough, less
things and
evidence
stuff,
probably
and-
would have convinced him more.
Well, it's also because earlier in the movie, Christo said there was a message for, was it Maggie? It was Maggie.
Minnie.
Minnie.
Minnie, yeah. And I think it's at this point where Jack comes out and says, "Listen, it's a secret. It's a secret, but
Yeah, it was a private
My-
nickname, man.
that was a private nickname for my wife."
Mhm.
So it was that fact combined with this ghost being added into the shot makes Christo say, "Okay, Jack, you're in on all of this. You set
Yeah.
all this up. You set up the guests. You set up the effects. You set up everything, and you're
And
just a
his-
fraud trying to save your failing career."
And the big thing is, like, what his big criticism from earlier in the movie was a lot of people kind of thought that him having his wife, parading his wife around was in bad taste. So Carmichael's like, "You're doing it again. Like, you're just parading your wife around and trying to get ratings off of it." Like he gets really indignant about it. But also, like, from Carmichael's perspective, he's about to lose $500,000. So,
Yeah. But yeah, they go
so like
through.
that's his motivation, which makes you understand why he's like fighting tooth and nail to just not be like, "Well, I mean, this is pretty convincing."
Yeah.
Well, but he also this is how you would react if you believed that everything was being set up against you.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
It's not like it's unrealistic from that perspective. Yeah.
No, because he's been trying to give people the chance to prove him wrong, and obviously he's going to be very defensive about it if anything
Yeah.
happens that he can't prove.
Have
It's
a
like,
lot of
wow.
scrutiny.
Yeah.
Yep. So like they
He
started
also
arguing.
ups it from 100,000 to 500,000 too, like on the show.
Yeah, as I put
Yeah,
up on screen here,
so
this is they go through the footage and Jack actually sees something. He's like, "Wait, can we stop there and go like frame by frame?" And then you see like his wife behind him holding his hand.
frame by frame, like it's fucking Adobe Premiere Pro. Or
Yeah,
something.
Well, I mean, like if it's videotape, you actually can do that.
No, I know. It's just funny
I'm old enough
yeah.
that I first learned how to edit on like a VHS tape
they
editor.
just go enhance,
Yeah, so did I back in the day,
enhance, and
yeah.
they go like into an eyeball and just
Yeah,
do
yeah,
reflection.
but when you
across
track
the
the
room.
like a CSI.
The
enhanced.
the difference would be the frame would not be nearly this clear. Like
Oh,
a single
no.
No, it
frame of video footage paused, it doesn't like it doesn't look like that. It's constantly moving.
Yeah, looks like Mr. Freeze. What killed the talk show?
Does look like-
The Ice Age.
The Ice Age.
It does look like Mr. Freeze. Oh no, wait. You know who this is? This is that like woke Mrs. Freeze character from the upcoming Suicide Squad DLC.
Oh no, that girl's way more built than this lady.
Have you seen that?
No,
Metal?
I stopped paying attention to the game after I finished it.
Yeah, I didn't even play it, so you went deeper than I did.
I fucking bought the the extra edition so I can play it earlier on stream. God, that was a fucking awful
Oh,
game.
that hurt. That's what I did for
Okay.
Starfield and was pretty disappointed. But also, I was going
Here.
to England like the next week, so it was like, hey, here's a week that I can actually stream this game.
Yeah.
I haven't played
Here,
it since
check
the new
it- okay.
update, but it ran like shit, so I kind of
Check out this image. This is Mrs. Freeze.
God, yeah, it's so
Oh, that
so
looks
bad.
awful. What the hell?
So
I
here's the
guess
thing,
the
right?
real
Like,
question is, would you prefer this image was Mr. Freeze or Mrs. Freeze? 'Cause I think there's
it could be
there's
either,
solid
really. It
argument
could
for
be
either.
either.
But which would be better news? Like I think that's the more interesting question.
Look at this
So here's the
fucker.
thing. I sometimes take a long time to make videos, right? So I scripted out a Suicide Squad video a couple months ago, and I've been like slowly like editing it, and like that part doesn't work. Gotta change this. You know, going back and forth. And as I was trying to make the video into like I'd say a decent product, I also did like the Chicago Conroy video in between. That was a big project, and like I keep coming back to the Suicide Squad video like once a week or so, and be like, what can I fix? Because but now every time I come back to it, there's like a new thing. So like the last time I came back to it, the Joker DLC had come out, so I had to I was like, I might as well play that and like get some footage for that and talk about that a bit. And then I worked on it a bit, and then now I'm going back to it. I'm like, oh my god, the Mr. Freeze shit came out. I'm just like, oh no, I'm never gonna put this video out. It just
Nope.
keeps expanding.
More and
I mean,
more.
I have a big Elden Ring script that I delayed by like a year because of the announcement of the DLC that's coming out later in the week. And Metal and I were actually talking before the show. Like part of our problem is we don't really feel like playing Elden Ring
Yeah.
because we just played Liza P and Stellar Blade like back to back. And it's like, oh, kind of like there's so much Souls likes.
Yeah. But yeah, shit is about to hit the fan in the studio. Because watching all the footage again, that triggers Mr. Wriggles to come back out. And oh boy, we're going. The gore is about to start. People are about to fucking die.
Yeah, she's not tied up this time.
Yeah. Oh, that's actually the frame I was just wondering about. Hang on, because they cut back to Jack, and you can actually see the hand there. I don't know if you've seen that. I saw that the first time around. You see this?
Oh,
Yeah. Oh, that's an ugly CGI hand as well. I didn't see that because I
Yeah.
never paused it.
I guess it's so quick that
Yeah.
well. See, that's odd that they wouldn't try to do a better job on that though, because you figured they'd want people to pause on it.
I mean,
right?
just get someone with a hand, which you probably have plenty people of, and put a hand on his shoulder. This seems like something I've thought of later. It's like, oh, that would be cool if you put that in. Can we put like a little
yeah,
CGI
that
hand
was
in
definitely an
there?
afterthought.
Yeah.
I did like. I just want to say though, a good part about this scene is the second he sees her.
Yeah.
I think his performance is really good when he kind of drops his host voice and he just goes Minnie.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, the way he delivers that is really like kind of haunting, and you can tell it's like he is kind of heartbroken to see her there. Like he's like, oh god, what have I done?
Yeah, he looks like heartbroken right now. And Hake is still like, oh, we can just do this. This is all, you all in cahoots. This is all bullshit. You just want the ratings, blah, 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 blah.
Meanwhile, Jack is being told this while he's having an existential crisis.
Yeah. And now we power up the demon who, well, he's gonna show up here any second. It's
Yeah, because I think the precise sequence of events is the Oh shit! You're already playing the demon.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah. Well, the precise sequence of events is Ghost appears, then Carmichael accuses him of being a fraud while he's having his emotional moment. They get into like a verbal back and forth, and then that's when the demon like basically makes an appearance and upends the table. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, and you
on
see
screen.
her body distorting through the camera too. Like, and they localize it to just her too. So I think because people don't seem to react to it directly, I'm guessing that it's not actually happening in the studio, but the tape is showing that sort of video distortion around her, like when she's convulsing.
Okay.
And I
Yeah,
thought
but
that
like,
was
listen,
done
when
pretty
she's
well.
floating and throwing lightning bolts and her head splits open.
Well,
I mean-
yeah, I mean that, like, obviously it escalates.
Yeah. I guess what I mean is like this is also what took me out of it because there is no fucking way in hell. Like here, the image you have on screen right now. There is no way in hell the cameraman is staying at his post when this happens.
Well, I mean,
he lets go of
and
the camera and
it's
runs.
kind of why, like, I was sort of careful to like not frame this as actually a found footage movie. Like this, it's a movie. It's a horror movie that they kind of give you a vibe for more so than trying to convince you that this is an actual recovered tape of a talk show. You know.
Well, sure, but I think it would probably have been done better if like it's clear the cameramen all start running away and the cameras like they get let go and they're like they tilt to the side or they tilt like towards the ceiling or something. But you can it's enough that you can still make out what's going on.
No, I mean,
think
she's
I think
stationary.
probably
Rather than
they're-
like
You don't even
well,
need
sure,
to
but
Because
like,
basically
you need
there's
to
like
move-
dramatic
that's the Blair-
close-ups though.
You don't even need
but,
Like
to
like,
zooming
I
in on her
guess the
face
thing-
and stuff.
The thing is, though, also though, that like that's just it's exactly the Blair Witch ending too. So it's like, well, I mean, yeah, you can do that, but a lot of people will just be like, okay, so it's another Blair Witch, and then if they end it with the like Blair Witch shot of the tilted camera and a scary thing happening, I think that like their intent with this movie's style was to be able to like actually like give you the satisfying
you
shots
still
of being
can.
able
You
to
ju-
see
you
what's
don't-
going on.
The
and
thing is,
stuff, but...
you don't need to move the camera. She's stationary the whole time. You can just make them.
Yeah,
run
you're right.
away
You probably
anyway.
could have just kept it at the wide angle.
Yeah, just
Right.
keep it at a
But
wide
then
angle.
I guess you'd probably have to do it as a one shot, or just cut to static angles only. Like, don't do zooms.
Yeah, I mean they have like plenty of cameras in there, so you could have definitely done that without like doing the crazy zooms and stuff.
I mean, I guess you could make the argument that the zooms were done by the documentary in post.
Oh,
To
maybe.
give you a
possible.
clear view. Like maybe it was all just static shots that they're zooming around.
like,
digitally.
The producer is like doing like this and make sure you fucking get this shot. There's no way you're leaving.
Well, I mean, thinking if I was trying to cut this with a bunch of static angle footage of an old 70s TV show and I was trying to make it like an intense horror movie scene, I'd be doing a lot of post zooms and, you know, giving people really good looks. It's like, no, you don't get it. You're not kind of thinking that maybe her head split open. Her fucking head split open, bud. Like, look at it.
So yeah, there's also where the aesthetic helps covering up the CGI a
Yeah.
bit in this one.
Oh, yeah. I think this would look ridiculous in full frame. It would look like the end of a Marvel movie or like a CW show.
Oh God, what a shame. But yeah, Gus immediately grabs his little crucifix from his like, go back to the hells or whatever, and then she just looks at him and his neck breaks immediately and he falls into the table.
Yeah, he saw The Exorcist tried to do the movie thing and it really didn't work.
Yeah. Then
Backfired hard.
June tries to do a little amulet thing, and she just gets sliced open with the
Oof,
amulet.
God, yeah.
Like
Her death is probably one of the it's probably the most brutal in the movie, honestly.
she's gonna gurgle on the ground for a while before anything helps.
Yeah, she almost gets strangled by her own amulet chain, but instead of strangling her, the demon just decides to slit her throat with it.
Yeah. Funny
And it's a
thing.
very clear, like, straight on
here's
shot.
what I don't get.
Yeah.
Like, why did the demon decide to go crazy now when she's been hanging out with this chick for this long?
I don't know.
Because now
actually.
it's in an audience. Now it has the audience that it wants. It wants to be basically the idea is that anyone who's witness to that could now be marked by that demon, and now like a bunch of the world's seen it, right?
Okay, all right.
Okay. Haig is like,
Yeah, you-
go,
you, you can see like the audience starts running, the band starts running. They're like, we're
Yeah.
getting the fuck out of here.
Yeah, there's some cameramen are running away. So yeah, it's just
The
they're
demon
like,
also earlier on it says like with the first time it appears it says something about its purpose, and then once it says my purpose, and it's like, oh, he's here, isn't he? Hello,
Yeah.
Jack. Like that's kind of how it's brought up. So like this was what the demon's plan was. Yeah, like it was specifically this day as opposed to being like just a plan to reveal itself at some point.
yeah, Haig goes to his niece. He's like, I'm gonna serve you, oh master. He's embracing
he
his
turns
new
around
demon
real
overlord.
He decides to
I
not
think
run.
I think
he's
I think the funniest bit of this movie is is when Carmichael, like, he's in front of the demon and he just like hands it the $500,000 check.
Happens
Yeah.
right after. He's like, I'm gonna pledge my fealty to you. And it's like, here, the 500,000, you can have him.
Yeah, the demon's just like,
You've
what the
proven
fuck-
it to
what the fuck
me.
you think I'm doing with that? Like,
Yeah, maybe that works.
not why I'm here, man.
And then the demon just goes like abracadabra, and he melts.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
He just
Yeah, it was
kinda-
pretty, like,
he
gruesome
burns
melting.
from the
Yeah.
inside. So I guess that's probably the more brutal death ultimately. But
Yeah, he's
I think
like-
the
Yeah,
gore,
but-
the gore in the June kill was crazier. Like that one got under my skin more than this one.
Let me see if I can get the frame of him taking out
The handing of the
the
check.
thing. Yeah, hang on.
Oh, it's the last thing he's got. Like I think at this point he knows he's never going to be able to get up and run away. Like
It's a funny frame. He's like, maybe this will help. Please don't kill me.
Well, I mean, it also perfectly matches his character, right? Because as the skeptic, he's a materialist, and so at the end of the day, he can only offer material things.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
he gives the demon the money, hoping it'll work out, which it doesn't because the demon's not about that.
No, he just burns the check and then him. Well, Jack has been flung across the room. He kind of looks at it and he's like, "Well, Leo actually grabs and is like, let's get the fuck out of here."
I did not seem to come across anything about Abraxas being a god that craves attention. That's just something that Haig says, but I don't know if that's part of it. But I couldn't confirm that as being a thing from the actual legends
Oh,
or
okay.
mythology, I guess.
Dude, that's a fucking soy face. That image.
And then we have a little zoom onto the camera, I guess. Like it looks like the demon is like sucking in the camera or the feed or something. And then we get like a little demon face in the static. And
Yeah, same one from the beginning of the movie that I found out on this podcast.
Yeah, and then it's like station difficulties. And this point, oh, is this the end of the movie? I was about to turn it off, and it's like, oh, hey, hang on, there's something else happening. Yeah, I guess you could call it like a montage that's happening. Like he's turns around
because that's here it is completely broken from the hey, this is supposed to be a found footage type deal thing, because this is only happening in Jack's head. Like that's what I mean. Like they don't commit to the found footage thing really. It's kind of an element of the way they present it.
That's true. I mean, here's the thing: if they kept it consistently, very strictly as a found footage movie up until this point, I would still call this like a found footage movie because they break with it here, but they clearly like this is clearly what's happening here is like. You say it's in his head. I think he's like sucked away into some other like dimension, or like he's like out of reality right now.
Well, we know he's not though. Like considering what happens.
No, I think he actually might be, and I'll give you my argument for it a little bit later, I guess. But
okay.
So what happens next anyway is like the host of the show wakes up, and I think the movie's now in widescreen. It's not.
It's a full blown 35.
It's in widescreen and like perfect HD footage. Like it's not. Yeah.
There.
So
I have it on
this is.
screen. It's like it's still cut on the sides though, but it's definitely wider.
Oh, yeah, absolutely though, because the other one was 4:3.
And a lot of this just seems to be like metaphorical because
it's him
he's
traveling
talking to
through
people
his
that he
memories.
used to know. And,
because we go through some scenes we saw in the beginning, in the introduction. Like we've seen this scene with the cave joke bit skit before he's getting introduced into the thing, and he's like kind of looking around. It's like, this is not normal. But then there's also this other bit where it's like, look at this big worm, which before this was a spider. So this is like a little altered memory as well. And then another one with the wife again, going around. Then we see like the station difficulty thing again, and we just see the melting, like the tape is melting away right now. And then he wakes up one more time, and there's like there's another scene where they had like the little wheel they do with the old lady, where she wins like $10,000 earlier, and he just looks at the camera, it's like, turn it off, stop watching, turn it off. He like starts yelling.
Well, because the wheel turns into the hypnosis thing.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it turns into the hypnosis thing. And yeah, and then you see a little, I don't know, the trees. We see him sign the thing with UBC TV, like the station he's on. You see the cult leader guy. You see, what's her face? Lily again with the demon teeth again. Dead wife without hair. See her. Yeah, just all kinds of crazy stuff happening in his mind or in some weird thing. Because the thing is, I'm not entirely sure which one I would go for.
Yeah, see, this does not seem like it's in his own head and he's like reliving memories. This seems like it's torture. He's being tortured for his sins. No,
it's what he's perceiving, but he's not unconscious. He's still moving around. Like they're making him see.
I don't think he's moving around the whole time. I think that's.
No, I think he is.
I think it's part.
Well, but you notice them also. They're leading him around in different areas, so he goes and walks off in one direction, then they kind of pull him back in the other one. So I think the idea is they walk him into exactly the. So right now he's up by the audience, right? If we assume he's in the studio right now, he'd be right up in the stands. So considering where he ends up. Just keep that in mind, and we'll see if I'm right.
So this is the stands, but doesn't he go through here? Hang on, let's just, because I haven't thought about this quite
okay, now
yet.
we also got him communing with the owl thing.
But the thing is, if he's in the stands right now, he goes through the stands into another room and then stabs her.
No. He turns around and goes back.
So wait, hang on, he's drinking the Fleam juice right now. I need to check because I just don't memorize. I'm just. Looking.
What is he doing when he's sitting at the desk signing the contract then?
Well, the thing is the camera.
He might have just been sitting down at the chair that he was on, the chair that he sits at.
So he goes.
Yeah, see, I don't see it this way. I think his consciousness has been transported into like some sort of purgatory area where he's being tortured. I think that's going on.
How does this end though?
Well, no, he gets transported back at the end. Yeah.
No, but he does a thing though, like physically in the world. He doesn't just get he doesn't just get beamed back into this reality. He's done things. Look, so now there's a hallway going back in the direction that he came from, towards the stage.
But he didn't turn around. This is what I'm trying to say. He goes to his knees in front of the owl guy.
No, but like from the framing, he's walking towards the screen, and then in this one, they have him walking away. They don't really give you a good sense of the geography of it, but they do make it clear that here he's walking towards the viewer, and now he's walking back towards the stage, and he ends up back on the stage, having done the thing that he does in the dream. So he wasn't unconscious.
The screen. I was kind of confused about the screen part right now. Hang on, let me go for blah blah blah, dead wife, blah blah blah, stab me please.
Well, nothing they show him is really relevant. It's just where he's moving.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to figure out. Because if we just go from a location, I guess what I'm hung up by is that you said he's like looking at the stand. Hang on, I'm just looking again. I need to check this because I didn't think about this before.
I'm telling you, here they bring him right up to the audience, towards the screen, towards us, towards the people in the stands in the studio, towards
we are the
audience.
So here's the confusion we had. I was thinking of the people behind him as the stands because the guy with the skeleton.
No.
stuff is in
He's
there.
looking at the stands right now.
You mean he's looking at the camera, basically at the audience?
Well, I mean,
blah, blah, blah.
he's facing us. Like right now, I guess he's kind of looking.
Yeah,
off frame.
in our way would be where the cameras and the stands are and the people, and then he turns around towards the screen where he's gonna go sit down on the chair where
Yes.
he is. Okay,
Back
yeah, I got
on
you now.
yeah, exactly. And there he does a thing, and yeah. I guess we can move on. If I mean, because again, like it's what I saw, and I thought it was actually like some pretty good filmmaking. Like I was like, oh, it's actually really well done. I was like, they thought about this.
Yeah, no, I can see that. I can see that because he goes on the chair, which looks exactly like the chair he's on, obviously, in a second. Because you can also see the nightstand where he gets the knife from. That's the same table.
Yep.
That's where he put the knife on earlier. So,
Yeah, they're just showing him visions to move him around to make him do what to make him choose to do what they want him to do.
Yeah.
It has to be his choice.
So I think as soon as he is in the UBC thing, that's when he's physically moving around. Everything before that could be in his mind or whatever it could be. Purgatory, mind, whatever. I could be convinced either way, to be honest. But I think in the latter part when he starts moving around from the UBC thingy, when he signed the thing, and he gets like guided around. I think this is where he's moving around
I'm
for
mostly
sure.
talking about the last thing. But even like they
Yeah.
do make an effort to have him moving around a lot to make it think that if it was always in a state where he was just seeing things and moving around, he does run back and forth. So you never see him moving in any direction for too long. you know?
Yeah.
So like you could make it make sense that like yeah, he might have just been on the stage walking around that entire time. Like if you were just watching him and not able to see the things he's seeing, it would be a dude talking out loud to no one and eventually stabbing a girl.
Right. Yeah, so he gets led to that chair Rooney. And well, there he can talk to his dead wife. So here's the thing. Obviously, there's like a demon thing going on. What I'm now confused by, though, what I'm not entirely sure how I'm going to take this. So, the demon thing is obviously evil. Is the wife just coming here from the afterlife to help him
No,
out?
the demon has her soul.
Okay, that's what because she's like,
and
you need to
that's-
stab me to end me because I'm in pain and I can't
Yeah,
really
no,
rest.
like he doesn't realize that when he said he'd do anything to become number one, he was sacrificing his wife. So like that's how
Right,
she
right,
got
right.
the cancer. Not only that, he was sacrificing her soul. So he's like, yeah, you didn't just kill me. I'm in internal torment here.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
like the only way I can get out is if you kill me because they're essentially keeping
Again.
me alive inside this demon.
Yeah, so this is like when the monkey paw has like one of the fingers curl. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
It's monkey
absolutely.
paw dude,
Yeah.
for sure.
Okay, so now then we go important to this one because while what we're talking about is like, wait, what didn't she get stabbed? Because I guess we just didn't talk about it to not spoil it immediately. I guess if we're just gonna go by this one.
I
But
mean,
yeah,
I was being
absolutely.
kind of coy to say it. I eventually let it out though.
Yeah, no, it's fine, it's fine. But yeah, it's a really cool. He was sitting on the chair before he grabs the ceremonial dagger you put there earlier. That is on the nightstand, which exactly looks like it's basically the little table from the talk show. And yeah, he stabs the wife, which is inside or possessed by the demon. And he stabs Lily, and he goes back, snap back to reality. Oops, there goes gravity. And then we see the aftermath, and it's quite the mess.
But the thing was, what was his choice there? What was he choosing to do?
Well, he was choosing to free his wife of the torment he put himself in.
I think the trick is though, and take her place.
Take her place.
Beca-
Okay.
Yeah, because now he's like, there's the death penalty at this time in history very
Oh,
clearly.
that's
and
what
he
you
just
mean.
stabbed
Okay.
the girl in the heart. So the idea is that like you can take your wife out of here, but we still need a soul. So
Right.
if he just damned his hell to eternal damnation, he could have just been like, no, I'm not going to. But thank you for making my show number one. She
Yeah.
can stay. But he chose to free her, and but in so doing himself.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, what did he? He didn't do anything really. Like he's like, look, I thought this was all. I thought they just wrote a scary book, man. Like I invited them on my show. I don't know how all these people ended up dying. I don't know how I lived, but now I've got the #1 show.
Yeah, at least
But he
for one day.
chose to free Madeline, and therefore resulting in his death, and what will eventually result in his death theoretically, and then they'll have his soul from there on out. Effectively ending his life though. Like he can't. He's not gonna. You can't stab a 13-year-old girl on your show and then go back. You can't do another episode, you know?
You don't think so? I mean, if the ratings
No,
are good.
I think that's got to be a deal breaker, right?
It's like maybe we do this at a regular spot every week, shanking
Maybe
a little
live
girl.
stream his electric chair appointment, but like I don't know.
But yeah, that's the real ending for realsies this time. I think the studio is basically empty by now. Everyone ran away, and yeah. I mean, I guess you could speculate what exactly the aftermath is because they didn't release those tapes for a while. But yeah, it's
the implication is that these tapes are being released as part of the documentary that came out in the present day,
Yeah.
which at this
Yeah.
point is like 50 years later.
yeah.
Well, I mean, at the same time though, the documentary is sort of done in a '70s style, so I think it's like a year or so later, a couple years. Later.
Maybe.
Did you guys
But
see
also,
this
I mean,
at the end?
the documentary framing falls away as soon as they go into what he's seeing or his purgatory or his subconscious or whatever, you know.
Mhm.
As soon as they fall away.
I think the documentary style was there more as a storytelling mechanism to onboard us with the background knowledge without them having to say like, I know it's been a month since your wife died, but you know, you didn't have to bring her on that show that time. Like this was just a more elegant way to do it, to be like, hey, we're doing a lot of found footage-ish stuff in this movie. So let's open it with the kind of documentary that you might even see on TV, like on an expose on a dude, like or like VH1, kind of like behind the music type stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But it also sets up the viewer with all of the pertinent information that we need to know, including stuff that would have only come out later, like the Grove stuff. Like it's when they can kind of show us and talk about everything, but I think it's more just used as a framing device in this movie that is like a mixed found footage / narrative movie, right?
Did you see this at the end? It says like end transmission, but then it switches to "so it is done" before the movie ends. That's also a neat little thing.
Yeah.
And that's it. That's the schmovie.
Yeah,
it's really good.
I like this movie a lot.
It's really good. It gets a big old recommendation. Yeah, I mean, again, like the breaks they do, they're really cool. Convey the hectic of a real break in a live TV show, while also giving us a bunch of character stuff in a really short amount of time. It's really cool. It's very well acted all the way around. I don't think there was like a bad performance by anyone. Lily does like a great job. She's like super fucking creepy as soon as she's shows up in the movie. It's really.
Lily
really
and Jack, those two performances really help this movie out a whole lot. Like, they do a really good job with their characters.
Yeah. Again, and also the switch from Jack being like a normal host to hey yo, let's go back to break to holy shit, what the fuck is going on? It just works really well.
Yeah, he does it quite well.
Especially
you
as soon as he sees the frame with the wife, he's like, oh fuck, what have I done? And Haig as the counterpart, just so good. Like it's just so good. He comes from a background of doing illusions and magic tricks, and has basically good examples for everything that happens. Like, oh, we could just do it like this. There's like this old technique where you can regurgitate stuff, and it was like a just loop back through your system. That's why everything broke. It's just really good, and then also just being a little. I guess like a little funny counterpart to the movie where it just does like some from the University of Hogwash, ha 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 ha, like stuff like that, but without being like overbearing with that kind of comedy, right? So
yeah. Here's one thing that I noticed. As soon as I started watching the movie, I recognized the lead actor And I was like, who the fuck? Like, he was one of those guys that you can't really tell what he's done because it's been like a bunch of small parts, you know, all over
Polka
the
Dot
place.
Man.
Like, who was that guy? And now he's finally like a lead guy. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, it's awesome.
But
Yeah.
I remember
Good
him.
to see.
I remember him in this role. If you recognize this, recognize this
Yeah,
picture?
Dark Knight. I mentioned.
yeah.
it at the
Oh, yeah,
beginning.
that's right. Yeah.
Yep. He was in the Dark Knight as one of the Joker's underlings. I'm like, where have I seen this guy before? Oh
Well, he's
yeah.
also- Deb, have you not seen the second Suicide Squad movie?
No, I have not.
You should watch that, especially if you're doing a video on the game, because it was actually all right.
Yeah, it
Not
has
bad.
some,
really?
some pretty neat character
He
stuff.
plays an interesting character.
The story
I
is
don't want to
pissed,
tell
though.
him anything about David Dust Malkin's characters in it because he's funny
Okay,
and
sure.
sad.
Yeah.
I'm sad.
You'll see. You'll see.
All right, sure.
Yeah. But yeah, that's not.
Yeah, I've never seen him around before, aside from like bit parts here and there. So it's like, oh damn, yeah, he's like he's in a leading role in a pretty good movie.
Yeah, Suicide Squad. He's like a key supporting role.
Yeah, isn't he in Dune? Is he? I don't
Is he?
remember. He might be.
Yeah, I don't-
You
I
might
don't
want to
remember
check
him in
out
Dune.
Ghostwatch, a BBC documentary with a similar shtick. Oh, okay, interesting. Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, this.
Yeah,
this
go watch this
movie's-
movie. It's really good.
Yeah,
You can,
you should watch it, especially because on Shudder, I think you can sign up for a free trial. So as long as you remember
Yeah.
to cancel it, you can watch this movie for free. without
if you're in
pirating it.
Germany somewhere, it has like still a couple of it has like screenings right now. Nowhere
Oh, really?
nowhere close to
man.
me though. But yeah, because it was only recently released in Germany, so that's kind of interesting that we watched this now. But yeah, it's good stuff. And again, I love to emphasize stuff like this. This cost less than $2 million and made 12.5 million
Yeah.
back. So yeah, you can do good movies with much less budget and still be successful, because that's how you normally make money back.
Yeah,
Well, this
nice.
is the same thing as I said about Stellar Blade when I was on here like a month or two ago.
Mhm.
And I basically said that what's carrying Stellar Blade, despite all of its faults, is sincerity.
Yeah.
And it's the same with this movie. You know, this movie doesn't have a big budget, but it knows exactly what it is. It does not like it breaks the fourth wall, but in an appropriate way for this genre.
Mhm.
It doesn't do the character looks directly at the camera and then makes like a meta joke or like
Yeah,
like
there's no
referential
winks.
humor or like any of the fucking MCU slop we see infecting
Yeah.
video games and movies and TV shows and everything. Like this this movie is sincere and it's refreshing, so it's good in my book.
yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, big recommend.
Yeah,
I'm gonna.
if you can't get
I'm
it
gonna
on 4K too. I think you would not. If you like kind of demon possession horror movies, I feel like you would not. Even if you blind bought the Blu-ray or something, I feel like you'd probably like it. I think this is a good
for
one.
sure. Yeah. Good stuff. Good stuff.
Safer recommendation than like The Last Exorcism, which actually is a found footage exorcism movie. It's not terrible, but
Okay.
also I'd have a hard time being like, yeah, you should definitely buy this. you might think it's okay, but you might also be like, not for me.
Well, good
Go,
stuff.
go.
Go watch it. Very much
A
recommended.
sneezing puppy.
Well, let's watch a couple of super chats before we get out of here. So,
Cool.
also, I think there was a donation that came through over Streamlabs. I put that up here somewhere if I find that window again. BBD, babidi. There it is. It's $5 reduced by Bills Kiernier. That's a name to pronounce. I'm behind on the stream, but it is wild to me that Mark's lawnmower is battery powered. There's no way that has enough power to do a whole yard.
My yard's pretty small, so it's for the amount I need to use it. It's just the upkeep of a gas lawnmower is just kind of not worth it.
Yeah, fair enough. Then we got 9 months of membership of the Bearded Flame category by Blankface. Thank you very much. I loved Late Night with the Devil. I would definitely put it as one of my favorite horror movies. It was a fun premise and brilliantly executed. Yeah, it's pretty fun. I like it a lot.
Yeah, I guess I might have to give it some time, but I do think that it's definitely one of my favorite movies of this year that I've seen so far. It's like Dune and this are sort of my top ones. Hey, puppy.
we got $5 reduced by Fartleby Sockshucker the Fourth. That's a good name. Speaking of liminal spaces, does Late Night with the Devil count as analog horror? Maybe like
that's
in the wide sense,
probably.
I guess.
Yeah, I think that's probably, honestly, that's probably a better term for it than found footage. Like it has
but
the
the thing
style
is,
of
analog
like analog horror
is,
kind of.
Analog horror is probably much more restricted than this because that's mostly.
Well, I mean, yeah, like I guess it's not probably production-wise. I'm willing to bet there wasn't a single analog device used here. Like it was likely all digital.
Oh, I
cameras.
don't even
But
mean
I
with
think it's
devices.
the-
If you look at the things that are on YouTube, you have like, this is this cassette tape that does the thing. Then you just have this, and I always feel like analog horror has a lot of gaps, like willingly, so people can just do their own. Interpretations and
analog
stuff.
horror is sort of similar to I almost forget what the name of the movement was, but it was like a movement of Danish filmmakers, I believe, that had this specific type of restriction by which you'd have to make a movie under. I think Lars von Trier, he kind of came out of this space where it was you couldn't put up any lights, so all the lights had to be naturally occurring. So room lights are fine, but
Right.
you're not hanging additional lights to film indoor scenes. You can film things outdoor, it's fine. You specifically can't go above this kind of like grade of film, and like all these things that are trying to make it like the most realistic way in which you can shoot a movie. But most of those movies are pretty tough to sit through, honestly.
Yeah.
Like we had to watch a few.
I
in
know
film school,
exactly what
like,
you're talking about.
I'm forgetting
Give
the
me-
name of it though.
I talked about it in my
Veritable,
trans
is that it?
core and conservative core video. Just give me a second. I'll get it. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, I like to watch coverage of analog horror stuff, like
Oh,
Wendy Goon
Okay,
talks
it's called
about.
it's
Dogma
Mumblecore.
95. Yeah, that's it. Dogma 95.
Mumblecore.
Mumblecore.
Mumblecore,
Isn't
okay.
that a type of music?
That sounds like music.
Oh no, it's right. No, it's from before Mumblecore. Hold on. Wait.
Dogma
wait.
95 is what the doctrine is actually called.
Okay.
That like the Danish.
Let me
film.
look
I
it up
think
real
it's
quick.
Danish,
Okay.
right? It's not Dutch.
Yeah, I think
Danish
yeah.
directors Long Von Trier. Yeah.
analog horror is kind of neat. But as I was about to say, go ahead. Do you find it?
Yes. So. Yeah, Mumblecore is like the American interpretation of that movement. They're directly related.
Oh,
Oh
okay.
shit, Harmony Korine came out of there too. So like Kids,
Yeah.
maybe Kids was
Here-
shot that way.
here's-
I didn't realize that. I guess.
Okay,
I
so
believe
Mumblecore actually didn't start as music. It started as a filmmaking technique, and it was basically the Americans doing Dogma 95.
it. Oh,
I
so
see.
I guess that's probably where Harmony Korine fits into it. I'm just looking at the wiki for it. But Harmony Korine made Kids, and I think that one that actually was pretty good with James Franco and the girls. Shit, the one's the pop star, Selena Gomez, and like two other kind of hot chicks. That
Nice.
like it's a spoof of that dude that was I think Riff Raff from like he was like the real version of the guy that James Franco's playing, but it's like that concept, but it's kind of like a Hotline Miami type deal where like he gets them to pull bank robberies and they end up being, or not bank robberies, but like heists, and they end up shooting a bunch of people. Spring Breakers,
right.
that's the name of that movie.
Man, I do. It's one of those things where, having been someone who grew up watching VHS tapes. Oh, by the way, apparently VCRs are now called VHS players.
Why?
Thanks, Zoomers. The Zoomers. They don't know what VCRs are. They call them VHS players.
Oh,
But
okay.
Oh, really?
yeah, they're coming
they
back
can't
like
do the
vinyl
math?
is, to be honest.
No, well, come on. You can't do the math on the acronym VCR,
That's hard.
considering what it does. Like,
Well, they're now VHS players, just as they
Okay.
were DVD players and Blu-ray players. They're now VHS players
well,
because
I mean,
Zoomers are like rediscovering film as an old format that they want to like nostalgize, the same way that like millennials kind of went back to vinyl in a sense.
Get ready if you
So-
if you want any good VHS tapes. Get them now, because if I hear this, it's probably gonna explode like the retro market
oh
did.
god, yeah, I might end up being rich. I still have a whole bunch of VHS tapes.
Oh shit!
They're at my
Yeah,
parents'
man.
house, but
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think they're doing anything with them.
Yep. Oh man, I recall seeing a video of like a woman who got rid of her vinyl collection when she was younger, and now she massively regrets it. And her daughter's like trying to bully her into throwing out her CDs, and she's like, "No, I'm not doing it again. I'm keeping all my CDs."
So my dad has a huge vinyl collection too, but I'm willing to bet I could get into part with the VHS collection in 2 minutes worth of talking to him. The vinyl collection, good luck. He's gonna have to die. Like I wouldn't even ask. It would probably offend him. He'd be like, "You're really doing this? Or are you gonna sell them while I'm alive?"
Yeah.
So yeah. So in terms of tapes though, because I grew up with watching a whole bunch of them, I can tell that these are like they're very clearly effects added to the footage in post. They're not it's not like a real. Yeah. It needs to be messier for it to look like a real VHS recording from 1977.
Oh, 100%.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, and it just
James,
like
it was video cassette recorder. Sorry. James
Yep.
was having trouble with VCR.
Yep.
I think they're just memeing.
So
Oh, okay. All right.
so
I
I
don't
was
think
like
they actually thought it's called very curvaceous ribs.
I thought that was a joke, but I thought the other part was just him not understanding what the thing was. So you know
Oh,
what?
okay.
I didn't mean to shame the youngins.
Oh,
Some of our audience might be Zoomers, metal.
Listen, my chat shits on me all the time. I'll take every opportunity to shit back. Don't worry.
I'm with it. I'm good.
Bring back Betamax.
Yeah, there you go.
yeah, man,
The original
Zoomers do
Blu-ray.
it. Bring it back.
Yeah. Get the super.
Bring back-
Shit, what was it called? Laserdisc. Laserdisc as
Yeah,
well.
Blu-ray
Laserdisc, yeah.
was
Listen.
Sony's revenge for Betamax.
Vile
Yeah.
crunchy ribbons. Oh, that got me. Yeah, VCRs, good times.
But yeah, I guess going back to the topic though, I think you could probably count Late Night with the Devil as probably having a lot of analog horror elements, at least
Yeah,
Yeah.
probably.
Think so.
I'd agree with that.
stylistic elements.
Then we got 2 months of bearded fleaminess by Rio Planeswalker. Thank you very much. I had something profound about I had something profound about the movie written here, but then I realized Snakes only gifted me this membership, and it would be sad if I didn't post a seal. Well, that's fair enough.
Yeah, well, yeah.
That's become a meme in my Discord. They just posting seals with meme formats, and just not meme format, just seals because they look cute apparently.
One day we'll have a good enough episode to inspire seal clapping.
Or seal clubbing. What?
Seal clapping? It's like what's his name did? Adam Sessler in the
Oh yeah,
Frost
you know, I
thing.
was just saying seal clubbing, like the bad thing.
Oh no, clapping, not
Yeah, I know,
clubbing.
I
God,
know.
metal. I'm not from that part of Canada.
Oh, okay. I thought it was like tradition or something.
No. We're good with the seals here, eh?
Can't wait to go do some seal clubbing in the next sandstorm.
We call them hairless beavers up in Nova Scotia.
uh,
I'm kidding. I was making that up.
I made it up. I swear.
I'm not from Nova Scotia.
Don't cancel Mark. Don't do it.
I've
I
been
was
coast to coast on
appropriating
this
East
country,
Coasters.
man, and there's some strange fucking places out there.
I've only lived in Ontario, but I've been around a bunch.
Boy, oh boy. But yeah, that's that. And that leads us to the end of the stream. Yeah, that I just checked again in case I forgot something. But yeah,
to make sure.
yeah. Don't wanna blue ball someone on their send super chat or anything. That would be disgusting.
Yeah, we
But
try
yeah,
to be very respectful.
thank you very much for hanging out, Def. It's been a hoot.
Yeah, thanks
Yeah,
for
no
joining
problem.
us. Thanks for
No problem.
engaging in our tangents.
Yeah.
Oh,
no problem.
he enforces those. He loves them tangents. We all do.
I do them all the time.
Yeah.
They're fun.
But yeah, before we're out of here, Dev, where would you get to find people on chat to say what are you up to? Awesome. Link in the
I don't
description.
know what video I'm making. I don't know what video I'm making next, but I'm doing something next.
Right.
And you can find me on the Short Fat Otaku channel.
Yeah, link is down in the description. You do like the gaming streams and stuff as well, with the
Yep.
homies and the wife, right?
Yep.
Cool. Yeah, go check that out and watch
I didn't
out
know you.
for...
I didn't know you tuned into those.
Oh, I check in, see what you're up to sometimes. See just
Every once in a while, you'll lurk just to see some
fleeing
nonsense.
Out. Yeah, maybe next
Yeah.
time I write
Sometimes
a message
lurking is
even
good.
and say like, hi.
Honestly, most of what I saw of the Summer Games Fest conferences and stuff was just watching your stream because I'm like, I don't have the energy to like sit through the whole thing. I'll just like throw Dev on in the background while I'm playing demos.
There you go. Yeah, Mark, you got anything special coming up? You got any fun
Not really.
strumblers?
No, I'm working on a video right now, but as far as streaming goes, yeah, Summer Goon Fest. I did the Friday night gooning where I gooned on my stream for the entire night,
Yo.
5.5 hours specifically. It was really awesome, and by that I mean I was playing a video game called Fallen Aces, which is like a 1940s pulp detective thing where you fight enemies called goons. So that's the joke, but
Yeah.
it's very good. But yeah, so I'm not sure what I'm going to stream next because I've kind of burnt through a whole bunch of demo streams that keep on getting claimed because some of the studios don't know if their music is royalty free or not. It seems, but yeah. So I don't know. I'm not sure which game I'm gonna stream next once I next stream, but maybe it'll be soon.
Well, there you go. Well, for me, we're just gonna go back to normal. I don't think there's anything crazy happening next week in terms of work, so you're gonna expect like one or two gaming streams, I guess. And yeah, we're gonna do a little Wednesday stream for a Forge, and we're just gonna talk about, I guess, just talk about the demos we played and just whatever else comes to mind because we're crazy like that. We just go crazy sometimes and talk about random things. Yeah.
It looks like I got one request for Unicorn Overlord. Maybe.
Oh yeah, maybe do that.
I tried to, like, while I was in my off time, I tried to press on with the next campaign mission, and I got utterly stomped. So I'm like, okay, I feel like I need to do some more grinding out in the world here. I was like, okay, I finally found a path to the objective. Sweet, let's save the lady. And then it's like, no, you're not ready to save the lady. Go back, fight more people.
Did Metal break up with Mauler? Yes.
Oh, really? I was
Yeah.
rooting for you two kids.
Nah. Fuck that. Oh.
So there was cheating involved, I guess.
Yeah. Fucking piece of shit. I was so mad he didn't make me watch Acolyte that I broke up with him. Yeah.
Oh, Wolf's playing Elden Ring on Friday, it looks like.
Oh, great.
So
so
everyone
I don't
subscribe to the EFAP Highlights channel.
Yeah, go
to
watch him play it, so
Good old
I don't-
Dishonored Wolf.
I can wait
Wolf,
until someone
AKA
tells
Lord of
me
Wolf,
it's
AKA
so great
Wolf.
I need to play it because I don't really wanna.
Oh yeah, I mean, I guess I got to give another Crab's Treasure a shot too.
I guess
I still haven't
so.
played Hellblade either. I mean,
You
I
know
don't
what?
if I'm gonna stream that.
I got to give that one another shot too because it seemed okay.
I don't think I should stream Hellblade though, because I feel like with the audio
shouldn't.
coming in all the directions and stuff, it's
You
probably
shouldn't.
better if I just kind of give it my attention.
The first one?
No, well, I mean the first one, I know that's the case. So
Okay.
I mean, I just think it would be kind of dishonest for me to hate on the game if I played it on stream while beginning my stream joking about. You know what? I don't want to just end up like Synthetic Man playing Ragnarok. You know, like
I mean, you
because I
didn't
hear
plan to
from
make a
everyone it's
video on
bad.
it.
It's why I haven't streamed any of Alan Wake 2 as I've been playing it too, because I'm like, I really don't like this. And I've heard from a lot of people that I trust is bad. So I feel like if I stream it, I'm just going to be memeing with the chat and not really giving it a chance.
Oh,
So,
dude,
yeah,
my
I'm
first
trying to
stream was
not do
super
that
positive
with
help
Hellblade.
on that game. I was like, oh, let's see
Oh,
where
really?
this
Actually,
goes.
because
My first stream was like
I just got to chapter 3 and I've been bored as shit.
I was
every
rooting for the
second I've
game.
spent with it.
That's
It's such
probably-
a slog.
But that's mostly because I played the other Alan Wake games and
And
Control
it doesn't
before
play anything
this.
like those. The other Alan Wake games are shooters.
Yeah,
I'm
I
doing
like
shitty
your Alan Wake.
Batman Arkham detective stuff in this. That's
know,
all I've
I know.
done. I fired one shot. I shot the fat guy in the morgue. That's it.
Yeah, you don't do a lot of shooting with whatever her name was. I forgot already.
Oh my god, Saga, but it's boring as
Saga.
hell.
But you
I'm
get,
like, I'm,
you
like,
get
I-
tons of
I-
ammo with her, and you never use it until you get to like a beach scene that's actually
Listen.
horrible to play. I don't want to talk
Listen,
about
you
this.
guys are just racist because she's a person of color.
I don't have a problem with
And
the
you-
character at this point.
And
I
you're
just don't like
objecting to
what
the
she's
fact that they're
doing
putting
in
a
the game.
person
It's
of
not
color in Alan
interesting.
Wake.
Yes.
You guys are the racists that need to be purged.
Yes.
I've not criticized her ethnicity once. I just think her gameplay's boring. That's the problem.
The story is also bad, and the character's also not good. It goes all the way. I
Yeah,
played all the
well,
way
this-
through the game.
I
and
think
I'm
well,
never
that's
getting
kind
that
of what
time
I'm
back.
thinking. I'm thinking that I should still keep pushing through a little bit because I think that I'm not hooked by the story yet, and maybe if I see what the story's doing, I might see what all these other people are seeing and calling it like Game of the Year sweep and stuff, and wondering why it didn't win every award. I'm like, I just have not seen any of that yet, and at least
Yeah.
2 people I know said it was a piece of crap, leading you and Mahler. So And I trust
Well,
you guys.
the other
when it comes
game
to
you
video
mentioned
games.
in that list was the crab game, and that actually I want to try again. It looked okay.
Oh yeah, it's only
Yeah.
8 gigabytes.
It's only 8 gigabytes. That's true.
That's just a meme from here. It's James Moore, frequently in our chat. That's the thing that he used to meddle as a selling point, and it's just such a funny thing to like.
Like, well,
say,
you need to play it.
"You
It's
should
only
play
8
it. It's only 8 gigabytes.
Oh, 8 gigabytes is like, I don't know why you mentioned
What
that
does the
specifically,
size
but
really
it's funny.
I guess like you could comment if it was shockingly large, but I mean,
No.
there's 256 megabyte games that are pretty damn good.
Anyway, we are out of here. Thank you guys for hanging out.
Yeah.
We'll be back on Wednesday and talk a bit about the demos we played and give out some recommendations and stuff. We'll see how that
Yeah.
goes. It'll be
There'll,
fun.
there'll be recommendations for wish listing though, because tomorrow you said was the last day for the demos where you are.
Apparently tomorrow, like it should be done in like 24 hours, unless I fucked up my timings or whatever, but I think it should be fine.
Okay, well the next day-ish you can still hop on Steam
Yeah.
right now, play some of the Next Fest demos. Off the top of my head again, Death Grip, I Am Your Beast, Tricky Madness. Those are some
Conscript.
games that I played that are pretty good. Conscript, yeah, Conscript's great. Parcel Core was fun, but yeah, no, go play some demos. It's you
Dude.
might find some games that'll end up being cheap that you actually like the gameplay of. It's a good it's a good situation. And if you don't
Yeah.
like it, you just delete it. No harm done.
True. Anyway, guys, thanks for hanging out. It's been fun. See you guys around. Bye bye.
Yeah, bye bye.